Why not? I usually, when I make the toasted cheese sandwiches with like the lunch meat in the middle, I'll do the lunch meat on one side and on the other side in the same pan, and then I'll start toasting like one piece of bread and melting the cheese on one side of it, and then flip the lunch meat over and cook it a little more until it's all heated through before I finish building the sandwich, because then then it's nice and hot all the way through the middle.
Yeah.
So this time I also threw in some real thin slices of onion on one side of the meat. So the onion got nice and cooked and caramelized. And then the meat's cooked all the way through, and then that was pretty darn good, man. It was a good addition to that sandwich. To be fair, though, you could what do you call it? Oh darn it! What do you call it? You can just cook the onions on the side first, and then just throw them in there, because they're so small they heat up real easy. So they don't really have to get pre-cooked or anything. So if you were doing like a big batch for like a big family like dinner or something like that, cooking for a bunch of people, you could easily just fry up all the onions in advance and just throw them in there with everything else, like when you start melting the cheese.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not big on onions, although I like them cooked. I don't like raw onions.
Well, yeah, no, these were definitely cooked. They're like cooked till they just started browning. You got to get that that caramelization, or it's just not. In a sandwich it'd be good, but I don't know if raw onions would be really good in like a cooked sandwich. Like, I'm sure it wouldn't be terrible, but it'd be an awfully weird texture difference. I guess if you put like pickles and shit in there, it could also be crunchy, but. Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, that's too much, dude. Because I'm big on that texture. Like, I can't put onions in like tuna fish.
Oh, because it's the difference in the texture. The part that I like about onions in the tuna fish is it adds a little crunch in that oniony flavor.
See, I'd rather put in either actually chopping up pickles or just putting in dill relish or something.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd put in both.
Yeah.
I like the flavor too. The flavor of the onion that it adds to tuna fish is part of why I like it, though. Like, the crunch is good, but I also like that flavor.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually tried it. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been like decades, probably.
Well, I mean, if it was a flavor, if it was just a flavor thing, you could always just a couple of shakes of onion powder in there and be fine, and you wouldn't have to worry about no texture. But
it's true.
I like sweet relish in my tuna too, which you probably don't dig.
I'm weird. I love dill pickles to death, and I despise every other kind of pickle.
Yeah, you would not go for the sweet pickle relish then.
Yeah.
So if you made tartar sauce, you'd leave the sweet pickles out of that then.
Yeah. I don't know what happened when I was a kid, but whenever I first tried tartar sauce, I absolutely fucking hated it. And I never tried it again. So to this day, I have not tried tartar sauce since I was like 5 years old.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I probably like it with dill.
Well, the thing is, if you make your own tartar sauce, you can put whatever you want in there. The most generic recipe is you put in the mayo, you add a little squeeze of lemon juice, you add a little bit of dill pickle relish, a little bit of sweet pickle relish, and some really like tiny chopped onions. And then you give it like a cracked fresh grounded good black pepper, a little bit of salt, and maybe a little garlic powder if you're feeling enthusiastic. And then you just mix it all up and let it sit in the fridge for like an hour. Because it kind of it mellows the onion flavor a little bit, and it kind of helps everything to meld real good. But,
I should try to make
But you could easily leave out the sweet pickle relish. It wouldn't make that much of a difference. But I don't know if you would like the texture thing, because you don't like the funky textures.
Yeah, that may be what it is. I'm thinking of it as mayonnaise and there's crunchy shit in it.
Yeah. All right, what's up, Mr. Simon?
Should give it a shot. We're starting off with food talk this week.
Yeah. You just missed our. Oh, what's that?
It always goes to food.
It always goes to food. At least 2 fat people on here, man.
Don't make that 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got 3 fat people. It's gonna go to food.
Yeah,
I was just.
It doesn't usually start with food though. We usually just work our way in somehow.
I just had the best toasted cheese and lunch meat sandwich. You know, where you get the lunch meat nice hot and put it in the middle of the toasted cheese. And it was just a little bit of caramelized onions put in between the meat and the cheese.
You know what? I've always just done the grilled ham and cheese, like a grilled cheese, but with ham in it too. That actually comes out pretty good.
Oh, that's...
But, you know, it basically goes like, the bottom layer is obviously the fucking piece of bread, then cheese, and then the ham, then cheese again, and then bread. And it comes out pretty good. I will usually fry up the ham a little bit to make sure it gets heated, although it usually gets pretty heated anyway. If you're melting the cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it depends on the person. So, like, I'm a big fan of not putting too much meat in there. Because if the meat's too thick, you don't want to add too much meat. But, like, my little brother will want, like, like a big pile of meat sometimes. So it's like, all right, well, I'll just cook that separately because otherwise it's never going to get hot.
Yeah, I put, like, 2 slices of ham tops. Sometimes just 1, dude. And it comes out fucking great.
It's about right.
Yeah, if you're thinking of it as grilled cheese, dude, and just a little bit of ham is... Because grilled cheese by itself is pretty fucking good.
It's a meal right... a grilled cheese sandwich is a meal right there. So adding a slice of ham, you just kind of killed the lily.
The only time I can eat tomato soup, dude, is if I'm eating
with grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I can't eat tomato soup. Just the thought of it. Ugh.
The only tomato soup I can eat is homemade. I can't eat anything out of a can or like a restaurant so far. None of them have tasted right.
Yeah, again, it's incredibly rare that I even do that, though.
Yeah.
Well, as a kid, I would always...
Yeah, I don't eat tomato soup very often. It's all right, but I don't seek it out.
I would just dip the fucking sandwich in the tomato soup, and for some reason I really liked that as a kid, but I haven't done that in probably 30 fucking years.
Yeah, whereas like me, I make toasted cheese with like chicken noodle soup, and then I tear the toasted cheese up and just drop it all in the soup. Stir it up. But then
get all up.
In like junior high and high school, I used to blend a lot of my food. Like a lot of my food, I put through a food processor before I ate it.
Oh wow! Yeah. So, well, I remember dipping pretty much everything in my Frosty. Like at Wendy's, I'd dip my hamburger in it. I'd dip my fries in it.
No, it's just natural curiosity, man. You got to try it sooner or later.
It's fucking good, dude. I fucking love that shit.
Yep.
I wouldn't do it today though. Well, the fries, I'd still do it. But the hamburgers. Anytime any shit, as an adult now, anytime any shit gets like mixed like that, like I would look at any of the tiny little pieces of like ketchup or bun or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, that thing's contaminated. I can't eat that now. There's too much cross-contamination here. Which is weird because I'd be willing to dip the shit in it. Not saying it makes sense.
Whereas I'll put peanut butter on top of frozen burritos.
Yeah, dude, I still cannot bring myself to try that. I believe you. It's kind of like the cheese on the apple pie, dude. I believe you that it's good, but I can't bring it.
Absolutely hideous.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll also make like a fucking bagel sandwich that has cream cheese and fucking like cheddar or something and tuna fish.
Oh,
like that sounds pretty fucking gross, but it's fucking great.
No, that sounds good.
I don't know why I did it that way the first time, because it does sound fucking gross to me. But yeah, it tastes fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't know they boiled bagels before they baked them. That's how they get that unique texture. Yeah, they gotta like run them through boiling water for a minute or something.
Yeah, some kind of kosher bullshit.
Oh, it's like a weird sort of cooking process that they do.
Yeah.
Samaj, that is, you always find some of the nicest tail, man. You and and he went all the way mute. Him and Notre Dame always post like the hottest chicks in the Discord. It's like absurd.
I have to check it out and then go back inside.
Oh my god, somebody just said okie dokie unironically. This is why I feel out of place whenever I go to karaoke things. Like, I love hanging out with the people and vibing and doing karaoke, singing and all that, and like we did the performance or whatever the other time. But
I'm gonna infiltrate your group and make them change the name to Okie Dokie Karaoke.
Okie Dokie Karaoke. Oh, that would be. Oh my god.
That would be awful.
Oh man, I fucking love it. Well, they just put out a bunch of stuff on how to make your own like karaoke videos, and I'm sitting there thinking like, well, I mean, "Hot White Cum" from Liz Phair is just a song waiting to be sung.
The classics.
The first thought immediately was like, I wonder if I can make that a karaoke thing. I don't think anybody would appreciate that. Well, I'm sure there would be a few people who would appreciate that joke in the karaoke, but most of them would be like, hey, wait a minute. You can't be taking this to X rating.
Yeah, we're gonna put you on a list, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? At least it's not WAP.
Yeah.
That fucking song. God, that's such a fucking hideous song.
I still do not I cannot comprehend Cardi B's popularity, dude. I don't fucking get it.
Nah, it don't make no sense. Yeah. Her and Doja Cat, their songs are just so fucking dumb. Like what is the latest one from Doja Cat where she sound like the soundbite going around is I feel like fucking something. We could be calmly fucking if we could just cut the rubbish or something like that. It's like, Jesus, who fucking God, go away. Yeah, at least when Liz Phair sang her dirty shit, it was like tongue in cheek kind of fun. Whereas like Doja Cat, you're like, no, you're just a dirty fucking whore.
Yeah, man, it's fucking nasty bitch.
Like this isn't fun and kind of entertaining and naughty and giggle tee hee, Hot White Cum. That was kind of funny, but you're just like, my pussy's so wet, you need a mop and a bucket. It's like, all right, that's kind of gross.
Yeah, I don't know if you thought that sounded sexy, but it's just fucking gross.
Yeah.
These bitches.
Oh man. Oh, did you see the fucking Gundam video with the vaccine musicals?
Yes, I did.
Did that not fucking hurt?
Dude, it was rough, dude.
It was physically painful to watch that shit. I was like, oh, this isn't okay.
Dude, and I just heard, I was watching the Matt and Blonde show or whatever, listening. The fucking song, I forget who the artist is, Juvenile, I think you said, had the song back in the day. It was called, Back That Ass Up. And he did a new version. That was called Back That Vax Up.
Oh, you mean like maybe we should make it so that you can sue the fucking companies if the product kills your fucking dad or your mom?
No. Yeah. No, he just did a new version of that song.
Oh.
Called Back That Vax Up.
God damn.
Saying, like, basically you should be getting vaccines sued. And I was like, wow, that's fucking embarrassing.
Did he really fucking come out and start pimping vaccines?
Yes, dude.
God, he's such a fucking idiot. Like, there's no evidence to suggest that they're really a good idea right now. Like, literally every piece of evidence we have is against it. And it's like, this dumb motherfucker be. Whatever, man. He gets to say what he wants to say. Sadly, he's got a big audience.
I am sure he got paid to do it, dude. I doubt he just did it on his own.
How did Blonde react? I can't imagine she was okay with that.
Yeah, she was fucking. Yeah, how you'd expect, dude. She hated it.
God. That's so irresponsible because it's literally a dangerous thing to be fucking recommending to people.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting.
At least he's not all for trying to make it mandatory for everyone. Like, they shouldn't have made it so that your employer can require it, because it really shouldn't be up to your employer. Your medical fucking decisions should not have to revolve around getting, like, what your fucking boss at your work says. Like, how fucking absurd is that?
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
And now they're thinking about sending people door to door to fucking harass people who decided that, no, I'm not stupid. I'm going to do my own research. I'm going to look at the actual facts that are available and make a decision. And that might not be the decision that you want, but it's not your fucking choice, Mr. fucking President.
Be a good little sheeplet. Be a good little lamb.
Well, they seem to think that, if the right person comes and talks to you, you'll suddenly fucking want to do whatever it is they want you to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, thanks, stranger that came to my door. You totally changed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, dude.
I mean, show me some fucking data. Show me some facts. Show me some real unadjusted actual data. See, that's the problem is, there's so much bullshit from the government and lies from the hospitals that you're like, how are we supposed to know what the real numbers even are, And
I'm thinking it's not even going to be a thing of them trying to persuade you. It seems like it's going to be more of a coercion / harassment / threatening shit.
Yeah, threatening and coercion, yeah. Oh, I'm not even going to talk to some motherfucker. They come to my door. Says I'm not obligated to, and I won't.
I'd be like, dude, I'll talk to a fucking Jehovah's Witness before I talk to you.
Well, Jehovah's Witness might be somewhat entertaining.
Right.
It would probably be a lot more fucking respectful. That's for damn sure. Like, they want you to join their club. They're not going to be, like, rude and shitty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not threatening you to fucking join their fucking cult.
What would be funny is try to make it a game and just try to convince them not to get it. Like that it's super dangerous and have them be like freaking out because they already took it.
Dude, have you seen the side effects? What the fuck, dude? Why are you not pimping this, dude? It's fucking evil.
Yeah, I know the side effects. Just like the side effects alone is like fucking insane. Which could include death. Like, you could just fucking die, like, it's like, why would
if you're lucky, you'll just get Bell's palsy.
Yeah, why would you include another risk of death in something that you don't have to? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, why would you keep reaching into the bowl of fucking M&Ms if you know there's poison ones in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you're forced at gunpoint to, it's like you have no option. You're gonna eat some M&Ms once, and you're like, but let me just double dip.
Yeah, I could probably do it one more time. Be all right.
Well, like for instance, I got the no symptoms version. More likely, I got the no symptom version than a false positive. According to the doctor, I'm just gonna, whatever. I'm not gonna argue that, the doctor, whatever. But that still means I have like antibodies for like the next 8 months. Like, there's no reason for me to even consider getting a vaccine, even if I wanted one.
Yeah, I gotta call my doctor's office and find out, because I know they had tested me for it, but I just never bothered to follow up. It was like a year ago.
Oh, find out, yeah. See if you got it or not. It's a good idea. Because honestly, like, there's nothing to show that there is no long-term resistance or immunity now if you've gotten it once.
Yeah, and the variant that they're talking about
The Delta variant that none of the fucking quote-unquote vaccines will work on.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently when it mutates in nature, it doesn't work when you specifically program RNA instead of actually making a vaccine.
But yeah, apparently that's like the least deadly, least infectious version.
Yeah.
They're still trying to peddle it like Delta version. Horrible.
Well, the thing is, they inflated all the numbers with all the comorbidities, like the people that would have died from something else long before COVID took them, who COVID just sort of helped over that edge. It's like, yeah, well, they were dying of cancer in like 6 months. The COVID just made it happen, a year earlier. All right, I'm getting that. All right, that's something to be concerned about. But it's not a COVID death. They still died of cancer. The COVID just happened to, hasten them along. Help them shuffle off that mortal coil just a little faster.
Probably a more humane way to go than fucking.
Dude, I mean, fucking my dad, dude, towards the end, that was rough.
Yeah, same.
Like, it didn't matter how much of the painkiller we gave him, he couldn't get comfortable in any position. I mean, he had a fucking catheter put in permanently. I still don't think it's like a coincidence that he got the catheter that night and he died that night.
Yeah. No, my dad went for a while with the catheter, but you could tell it was just killing him that we had to, like,
change his key bag and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, at one point I had to fucking help my dad stand up in the shower while I rinsed shit off his legs. Because he shot himself. He just couldn't get to the bathroom in time, or somebody was in there and, so we had to, and my mom wasn't home. Usually she's the one that would help with that kind of thing. But, like, I guess I went too far with the poop talk. No. But I had to do it, so that was not fun.
Yeah. No, my dad was literally wearing diapers at the end.
We were getting there, but, like, he didn't want to, and it was a dignity thing, I think my mom was willing to, like, deal with.
Right.
We should have had him in diapers, like, way before then. Did you have to change his diapers? Because that's got to be fucking weird.
No, I didn't mess with any of that. That would have been my mom, I'm sure. Dude,
that's fucking love.
Or the nurse, even.
That's fucking love. If you're fucking changing your spouse's diaper, that's a deep fucking affection right there. Because that's some nasty shit to have to fuck with. Oh, man.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. I do kind of gotta wonder if maybe he had a little bit of assistance when he went. Yeah. I think it might have been the case.
Right.
Yep.
Well, my dad definitely did. Well, yeah. He assisted himself.
I was just saying he assisted himself. Yeah. But, like, I can't blame him. I mean, that's shitty for you to have to deal with and to come home and see, but.
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine how much pain you have to be to fucking eat a bullet, like.
Yeah. No, I definitely understood, but yeah, it was definitely not a great situation to come home to.
Nah, dude, that's pretty horrific. Oh, man. Man, we're into some cheerful fucking territory.
Dude, last week was like that too, man. We got to fucking cheer up.
Oh, man. Oh, that fucking propaganda you sent, man.
Going on.
That fucking propaganda video you sent, that shit was the fucking bomb, dude. That was so ridiculous.
Dude.
It was like cartoon-style propaganda. Like, if that was in a movie, I would assume the movie was a comedy.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. If this was a parody, it'd be fucking hilarious, dude. But they were serious.
That's what makes it so funny.
The sound effects.
the fucking cartoon sound effects. Her little joke, like, did your girlfriend or wife ever get angry at you for something you had nothing to do with?
That happened in her dream?
In your dreams? Oh, yeah, and what happened in your dream? In her dream? It is a little bit like that. clearly you all have dreamed up our fucking very obvious, like, lab leak and then fucking refusal to, like, contain it. Yeah. And let us tell you just complete fabrications now. Here's a bunch of lies about where the virus has popped up.
Sorry. Oh, that's stupid food talk. Maybe I got to go out and get something to eat.
Oh, there you go. I don't blame you. We were talking about some Chinese propaganda that Dane Swallow found and put in the Discord. It's all super cartoonish and shit. Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny.
You gotta watch that.
Where was it?
It was on it's a channel called New China Now or New China One or something like that. It's essentially a China. It's run essentially by the Chinese government, and it was this chick, this cute Chinese chick, I guess, trying to like act like the shit didn't come from Wuhan and didn't come from China. There
was no lab leak. That would never happen.
It was weird, like they had put in like laugh tracks into it and weird like sound effects, like cartoony sound effects and shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm kind of insulted by how shitty this is.
I demand really convincing by Chinese spy horror.
Right. Yeah, a little honeypot action might actually convince me, but that fucking video
not gonna work. In fact, I feel so insulted by that, but I demand a Chinese honeypot spy.
Yeah. No, dude, genuinely, I was like, you really think we're this fucking dumb? Yeah, that was the craziest part of that. It was like, wow, you really have no respect for our intelligence, dude. Well, and I don't know if I can blame them, really, but still, it was still fucking insulting.
Well, it's kind of like the situation with the whole vaccines stuff going on. They're trying to entice people with donuts and lotteries and burgers. It's like, really? You think that's what it's going to take to make people take a vaccine? Yeah. Stupid stuff like that.
Well, they're promoting that. They're talking about
some people probably
door to door.
Oh yeah, the door-to-door thing that irritates me. Like so far, it's just encouraging you to get a vaccine, but then what's next? What's next? Are you going to start insisting?
Well, they have to maintain the lie. They have to pretend that this was really something that had to shut the country down and really, really needed a 2-year-long fucking quarantine.
Did you guys hear about the guy in Argentina who, because apparently they're doing door-to-door vaccinations, and so the guy who didn't want it and insisted not to, apparently they broke into his house and he climbed up to his roof to try to get away from these people, and I kid you not, guys in hazmat suit literally climbed up and assaulted him and pinned him down on his own roof and vaccinated him right then and there.
I'd tear their fucking throat out with my fucking teeth.
I you know what? Yeah, I mean,
I'd kill.
I was shocked. I'm going to try and find the video. But...
You're not injecting anything into me if you want to stay alive. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, dude, Samaj, go watch that video real quick. It's only like 2 minutes. It's like 2 minutes and 2:30 or 2:40. What? It's less than 3 minutes.
Oh, this video? Okay, all right. Hold on a second. I'll mute myself and give it a watch.
Right, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not that long. I feel like you have to watch it, dude.
You want to fucking play and try to inject me with that shit by force? I will fucking kill you. I don't care who that is.
That's fucking nuts.
You agreed to do that job. You took your life in your own fucking hands.
Yeah. I'll stab them with a fucking needle. I will get that needle from them, stab it right in the fucking eyeball.
Yeah, I mean, they probably wouldn't get the needle out before I started beating the fuck out of them with like a, I don't know, whatever happened to be handy, chair, stick, hammer, whatever I could find.
If I was up on the roof, I would definitely be trying to push them off the fucking roof. Fuck you.
Yep.
For, taking this job, you fucking asshole.
I'll make it clear that there's a cost to fucking threatening my life, and that's your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wants to do that, they're gonna fucking, they're gonna regret it.
You're gonna suffer. I can't even believe that's real, dude. That they were literally chasing a guy onto his roof to try to fucking...
I can't imagine in what world people can justify forcibly medicating people to that level.
Yeah.
It's like he's not... His choice not to be vaccinated isn't putting other people at risk. It's not a realistic threat to anybody else. Because if you're vaccinated, it shouldn't matter how many people aren't.
Yeah, exactly. If people don't want to get it, they're putting themselves at risk.
Yep.
And again,
and if you're in a situation,
get it, same thing.
Yeah, and if you're in a situation where you can't get the vaccination, you're still the one who's responsible for your own safety. It's not up to everyone else to have to get vaccinations so you can not have to follow your whatever you got to do to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, and dude, I fucking I haven't verified it, but it was on Matt and Juan show, so I don't know. Matt's pretty good about research and not jumping to conclusions.
Generally speaking,
it was something like in I think it was in England, like something like 78% of the COVID deaths were people that had gotten the vaccine.
Probably.
I was like, that's fucking nuts, dude.
In every lab test they've done, every single one of the lab tests they've ever done with this type of vaccine, and it's been tried multiple times before, despite PolitiFact's blatant fucking lies, it has caused people to be more, to get worse symptoms and to be more susceptible to the virus in nature as opposed to in the lab. Like, it only works against the specific type of virus they have in the lab that they programmed it specifically to deal with, and it will work fine on that. But any variation and it completely fails, catastrophically so.
Yeah. So you kind of have to assume that they want people to die from it. I don't know how you can come from any other conclusion.
I think they just don't fucking care as long as they get the money from the government for each of the fucking people they jab.
Right,
like, I don't think this has anything to do with people's safety. I think Fauci wants his fucking paycheck. Fauci wants his fucking paycheck. The people that, so people got to go get stuck, whether they want to or not, whether it'll kill them or not. Because he's not getting enough money from Uncle Sam for all these fucking vaccines he invested in.
Yeah, but I literally think the people that came up with it, that dreamed up this whole scenario, just want people to die.
Could be.
Well, it's been, well, again, people like Bill Gates and others, want like a fucking huge segment of the population, like anywhere from 50 to 90% to die. So, I mean,
maybe
why
that's the
wouldn't
problem.
they be doing
Not
it?
enough people got the vaccine. Like, they thought more people would go for it.
Yeah. I think that's why they're still pushing it. They're like, man, these fucking death rates are horrible, man.
They want just enough people to serve as their, wait staff. Their maids and their butlers and the people that walk their fucking dogs. Like, that's all the people that need to survive. Nobody else needs to be alive. They're the only ones that matter, like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, they want to be able to go to whatever resort and not to have to fucking see other people.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn. You know how fucking disgusting it is to see other people at the fucking, when you're in Jamaica? I mean, how fucking
people that are only
live there. Like, what the fuck is that? How dare they?
Yeah, fucking assholes. And these people that are only worth like maybe 50 million, 100 million, fucking the poor, aka the poor, to fucking Bill Gates.
Yeah, how come they're allowed to stay in the same resort? That's not okay.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to be subjected to that.
Yeah. Or like, the family that fucking saved up a bunch of money for like the last fucking 10 years so they could all come on this like dream vacation. And their kids are noisy and they fucking, they want to like have fun and play outside. That's gonna wake me up early.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with bullshit like that.
Yeah, you want Bill Gates woken up early. You want him to sleep in.
Yeah, you want him to wake up when he wants to wake up.
I do love that his facade is slipping finally in the press and everything. It's like, oh no, Bill Gates is a fucking monster. Oh, Samaj, you're back.
Yeah, that video. It's an insult.
It's a fucking insult. It's kind of funny, but insulting at the same time. It's a trip.
Yeah, if they weren't deliberately trying to propagandize, again, if it was a fucking parody or a deliberate comedy, it would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're serious, dude, and trying to pass that shit off is fucking...
That's why I feel they owe each of us that watched it a free ride with a honeypot spy horror.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Just as an apology for such shoddy workmanship.
Yeah, you can have her talk about the vaccine if you want, that she's blowing me or whatever, but...
No, I don't want her talking with her mouth full. That's rude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. What am I thinking? I'm plowing her.
Like, she
plowing her from behind because I won't even look at her face.
Yeah, English is clearly not her first language, so...
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Dude, I actually have a theory that it might actually be...
That she speaks much better English than that she was speaking broken English to try to be endearing. It kind of fits with the cartoonish bullshit.
Yeah, because, again, there were some words that really weren't that foreign that she butchered, but she nailed the word repudiated.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a lot of English-speaking people that nail that word.
Oh, it's like that actor. What's his? Oh, goddamn! He was the one that was in that movie about the guy that wishes he didn't exist, and then they go like, he gets an angel that comes down and lets him see how the world would be if he'd never been in it.
Like the It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. The guy that plays the lead in that.
Jimmy Stewart. Yeah,
Jimmy Stewart had that endearing sort of stuttering mispronunciation, very specifically well-planned mispronunciation of words. Like he was very intentional in it. But it made him very endearing. And it's like they saw that and thought, oh, it would work with her. And it's like, but it's not the same energy. Like, we all knew Jimmy Stewart was lying.
Right.
She's not supposed to be.
Yeah. It was, it's like they studied America, but didn't talk to any people that were actually Americans. Like, they could have hired, probably didn't even have to be Americans. Probably hired people from Europe or, a lot of other countries that could have been like, this is horrible. You're really thinking about putting this out? Like, your guys are fucking insane, dude.
Oh, what is it?
But no. They think they got us all figured out.
A long time ago, somebody put out a list of rules if you want to be evil and be like successful. And one of them is whatever your evil master plan is, you have to run it past a panel of 5-year-olds. And if the panel of 5-year-olds can tell it's not going to work, fucking change your plan.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep.
And yeah, I think 5-year-olds could easily see through that, dude.
Yeah, every one of the 5-year-olds put their hand up. She's lying. Like, I get this.
You're like, this is supposed to be a comedy. Is this a comedy thing you're doing? Is this funny? Oh, great.
Yeah. I laughed pretty hard at it. But at the same time, like Samaj says, I was pretty insulted.
Yeah, no, seriously, dude. I fucking wrote a pretty long comment on that fucking video, dude, about like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this really is insulting. Like, I'm angry that you guys thought this would work. That we're fucking stupid.
I mean, what's probably going to end up happening is if enough people respond, they'll just take the video down. They don't care. They have a million and one different videos ready to go. And I don't know if you heard, but China has decided to hire a bunch of YouTube influencers. And they're usually people you don't know anything about, but they're just going to go out and I know YouTube's going to promote them. So they'll if you see some new YouTubers saying good things, when I say new, it's like people with maybe just under 1 million. If you see someone in the trending you've never heard of before saying good things, like I think they were just paid off by the Chinese government.
Yeah, and then China probably owns a good portion of YouTube anyway. Like, I don't think people realize how much China has bought into our businesses and fucking owns some of these companies that are supposedly independent.
Yeah, it's a sneaky.
A lot of fucking money to be spent in China.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense. Like, dude, even the military, like that one dude talking about what the fuck is it? Actual critical race theory or whatever the fuck they had put in that, like, they were actually showing to the new soldiers and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, they're trying to feminize and demoralize the fucking military. Like, what? China kind of almost has to be behind that, right? Like,
I think a substantial amount of the cultural stuff that's going on right now is directly from China.
Yeah, all the shit that's going on in the universities and shit.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
and I keep getting called a conspiracy theorist by a lot of people, but man, I think fucking in 20 years, people are gonna be like, "Oh no, that was definitely China." I think the yen is gonna collapse, though.
Well, it's Japanese. The Chinese one, who knows, really?
Not the Japanese one. The Chinese. I think the Chinese is gonna their money is gonna start to fall off pretty quick sooner or later because they can only print it for so long before the market
they are a bit of a paper tiger.
Well, there has to be a snapback, and so sooner or later you can't do that indefinitely.
They like I think there was a YouTube channel I watched called China in Focus, and there have been numerous whistleblowers coming out and saying that China's just fudging up the numbers. They just keep adding zeros. They don't actually have that much money. And I remember hearing, because a lot of what they do is they manufacture drugs and vehicles and all the other kind of stuff that they develop for us, and we bring it back. And we can actually get a pretty good gauge as to how much that is, so that we can pretty much gauge how much money like America is sending to China in their development.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that part isn't all that difficult to figure out. But they have so much more money, and it's like, well, where are you making all this money? And then of course
on a printing press. That's the problem.
Exactly. So we get these defectors coming out of China saying like they don't actually have that money. They're lying. They're just saying they have this much. So you look at all the property that they're buying, and look at all the stuff going on with China, because China is heavily invested in Hollywood, in media, in news development. They don't actually have this money. It's fake money.
Yeah.
So like once that gets blown up, like they're essentially going to go bankrupt overnight, because we know that the money is fake. That means that it's not real, and they just keep. They'll become a third world country overnight.
Well, and they'll lose the rights to a lot of the property they probably own now.
Right, I would think so. I think there's a vested interest in people.
In like lawsuits and stuff, people are going to sue them and take the fucking property back.
Exactly.
And say they defrauded us, and sooner or later the U.S. is going to be like, all right, well.
Well, and see, they played it so well because they've been faking their money, but they're so heavily involved in everything that we do that even if they go bankrupt, we can't afford to have China go bankrupt. It's like they like, for instance, in the comic book industry, essentially most comics that get printed are printed in China. We don't have major printing presses here on this side of the globe anymore. We ship them all up over there. So comics.
One of the main reasons I liked Trump was because he was bringing, all that stuff back.
Exactly. That's why I liked him too. Yeah, I mean, like comics is just one example. It's the same thing with toy manufacturing.
Same thing technology, with toys, cars,
steel,
furniture, steel. Pretty much everything that's made is made over in China, and a lot of that is actually outsourced to different places in Africa, from what I understand.
Oh, for sure.
Which is why you get some of the really, really horrifically bad craftsmanship. The stuff that falls apart like the first time you use it, that's usually because it was outsourced to Africa.
Well, it'll either be Africa or Thailand. That
they do that too. It's a lot of people don't know about Africa being a manufacturer. Like, I think a lot of people look at Africa and think, oh, it's just a bunch of tribes people with that weird set of white people at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I think what's been going on with Biden is very telling, and the whole shutdown.
Oh, they're just selling the art.
Yeah, well, that and like shutting down things like the Keystone XL pipeline. Like, if we could have gotten that pipeline going, this side
it would have been like 50,000 jobs, and it would have made a ton of fucking money for a lot of fucking people.
And it would have made us self-sufficient. It's like you would buy oil from Canada, we would benefit, you would benefit, and then we wouldn't
have to deal with the Middle East and keep fucking propping up those fucking pieces of shit.
Exactly. And so now you have to wait another 4 years or whatever till the next president comes in there, because whoever comes next is going to. Well, hopefully it's someone that's like.
I think it'll be Biden. I think they'll just rig the election again. I don't think there's any chance of having anybody else in the near future. I doubt we'll get a real election for the next 30, 40 years.
Well, first of all, I don't think Joe Biden's going to survive that long. He is such a senile old man that he can barely form a sentence.
People fucking still believe he's not. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a decent amount of the people out there that actually believe he's a like competent, legitimate president.
Well, sort of. I mean, we're going to wait and see because also have to keep in mind that that recount that's been going on right now has been extended by another month. So they're still tabulating that. Not to mention the Democrats are fighting them because they've already counted all the votes and they've gone through all that. Now that what they're doing is signature verification, and that's another important. As soon as they announced signature verification, the Democratic Party sued them, saying like, "Oh no, you can't do that." Blah 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 blah. This is a farce. That's kind of stuff. So like, well, if you guys have to sue just when they start our next process, like, come on, that doesn't look good. Not to mention, after the signature verification, they're going to verify to make sure that the paper is the right kind of paper, and make sure it's not just like photocopied something or others, because it's a very unique type of paper they use when they send out the votes. So they have to verify. They have to verify that too. Not to mention the other problem is you still can't get those voting machine information because
the courts have just been bought out and refused to fucking follow our laws.
Well, it's not that. The court actually did order that they hand over the codes and stuff.
And the court could also hand out the authority to actually enforce that, and they're not.
Well, okay. The problem with that is that Dominion voting machines, the Dominion company, they're in Canada. They're in Toronto. Okay, that's a foreign country. You could order. The courts can order whatever they want, but if Canada doesn't play ball, which could be the next thing to pressure Trudeau, it's like, well, you know, the Americans, they need this to get their information. Why don't you help them? And he might say, well, I don't want to be interfering with that and other bullshit.
Yeah.
So you see how this was all cleverly planned out? It's like,
but I think the thing is, no matter what happens, they're just gonna rig it in a different way each time. I genuinely do not believe, like, I'll still vote, but I just don't think it matters. Well, unless it's somebody like Trump who's not in the fucking in the fucking rich kids group that runs our fucking country anyway. It wouldn't matter. It's like Republican, Democrat. It makes little difference.
I would have agreed with you. I mean, except the whole Trump started a whole movement, and
if it's somebody like Trump, then I'd be more excited. But
and we don't know come the next election. It's either going to be someone like Trump. Honestly, if Ron DeSantis wanted to run as president, he'd probably win in a landslide. He's very.
I'll vote for him. He's turned Florida around big time, and he was smart enough not to worry about vaccines or any of that other bullshit. The second he could possibly open it up without being like pulled up on some sort of fucking bullshit charges, he did. It's like, no, we're gonna open up. That's all there's to it. Nope, kids got to go back to school.
Well, he kind of started a chain reaction too, because it was Florida, then Texas, and then you guys have like 30 different states following suit. So he started a movement, and that's really good. People are going to know him for that. Yeah. But in regards to like the whole voting situation, there's been enough irregularities with the recount that other states are talking about recounting as well. And if enough states find enough irregularities, because this could go on for years, I mean, by the end of the Biden presidency, like here's the thing. Let's say if every state did a recount and they all found something unusual, and enough to say that, okay, well, the legitimacy of his win is questionable, even if that they were able to find proof of voter fraud going on, the Democrats would drag it out in the courts. It would go on for years. He'll still serve out his 4 years. Make no mistake about that.
Unfortunately, there's no three-named fellow with a nice rifle to deal with him, sadly. I think if that was going to happen, it would have happened a while ago.
I don't think I agree with that, but I think...
he's not a legitimate president. I have absolutely no problem if somebody does that. I won't do it, and I don't advocate somebody do, but it certainly wouldn't bother me if it happened.
Well, even if he did go, then Kamala will reign the power.
Hopefully, there's somebody get them both at the same time.
I don't know about that.
Because neither of them belongs to be. Neither of them belongs where they are. That's the thing, you know.
Then it would be Pelosi, wouldn't it?
I don't think it goes to the Speaker of the House, does it? I think it goes.
I think it does, dude.
It's been talked about that before. I think
at least Pelosi legitimately won her fucking seat. I may not agree with her, but Jesus, you know.
Like she was duly elected.
I think she would be very excited if she could be president. In fact, actually, I think she might be. I think she's the only one that actually could be, because Kamala is. See, that's the part that always bothers me. She's a Canadian. She was born Canadian and then moved to America. She's from Montreal. Yeah,
she shouldn't even be vice president. I don't think she's qualified for that unless she's born a natural citizen.
Unless they found some sort of loophole. I suppose, because I've always been told that if I want...
Oh, yeah, it is vice president, then Speaker of the House, then President pro tempore of the Senate, and then it goes to Secretary of State, Secretary of the Treasury. Wow. It goes to the secretaries, and they're not fucking elected.
Exactly.
That's not okay. It should start going through the Senate or the House of Representatives. At least then, or even to governors.
I think the thought process is they're appointed by the people that were elected.
Nah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they weren't elected in office. Now, I think what you do is you say president, vice president, and then if both of them end up dead, you just literally do a random drawing for all 50 of the governors. And then whichever governor wins is just president until they can have an election. Like no more than a year. You don't even finish out the term. You just hold the fucking spot while they run another election, if that's feasible at the time.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there'd be different provisions for wars. No, I just think you take a drawing from the 50 governors. You know, at least they have the experience running a whole state. They'd be much more likely to be able to handle running the whole country. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'd like to see them all in the ring, trying to get each other over the top rope.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'd like them all to die of natural causes, tomorrow night, and just none of the politicians be left. That'd be great. Mm-hmm. But you know, we're talking about actual possibilities. I think a lottery of either senators or governors would make more sense. And then you only have it be for a year until you can elect the next president, so that it's not, you know. Yeah. But that's just my opinion. I don't, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, again, not very likely to get that far, but yeah.
Oh, no. You know, if Joe Biden dies, it'll be falling down the stairs or some shit. He'll get Clinton's. He'll accidentally shoot himself in the face 3 times.
I think it's funny you said down the stairs, because I'm pretty sure next time the only thing he's going to fall is up the stairs.
Yeah, he falls up the stairs. Yeah, that's how you Clinton him. He fell up the stairs. It was terrible.
It's going to be so windy, he'll fall over and he'll clump his head, but he's like, oh, no, I'm okay. He keeps doing, it's like, I got to do this. And Hillary
comes over and starts beating him to death with her fucking high heel. Turn that fucking camera off.
You know what's funny? There was a video when Trump was going down a ramp, and it was kind of a slippery ramp, because I think it was raining or whatever.
Yeah.
And people are like, his health is clearly deteriorating. He's not qualified to be president. Yet we literally get a video of Joe Biden falling up the stairs.
Yeah, that's pretty nutty. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever fallen upstairs.
And then they were saying, oh, it's so windy out. It's like, windy? Like, what the
Yeah, how many times have people gone up and down those stairs and they were perfectly fine, but it's the wind.
Oh, man. Oh, just to let you all know, Satan threatened that he would be here when he bees here.
Yeah. I messaged him 10 minutes ago, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even do the...
That must be why he said it. I'll be there when I be there. I think he has a job working evenings, so
Did you tell him Samaj was here?
Oh no, I try to stay out of that. I mean, I'll laugh at the jokes, but I don't want to be too much involved in that.
All right.
I don't want to have to play in the bachelor party. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Oh god.
Samaj is like, Jesus, even when he's not here, fucking getting it now.
Yeah. But as far as I know, he works as like a bar back, so I think he works a lot of evening shifts. So, and it's kind of like a not a what do you call it? Super serious on the books kind of job. It's kind of like he works sort of as a favor kind of thing.
Like he drinks 10% of what he restocks.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Apparently, he had to fucking help carry out some big fat drunk chick who was like a 300-pounder, who was like puking all over the place. Like her friends just fucking left her.
Damn, dude.
It's like, God, your friends are shitty. Good. Your friends are shitty if they just ditch your ass at a fucking bar and because you started fucking puking, or you're a really shitty friend and they were just like, look, this shit happens every weekend. We're not gonna fucking deal with her every time. Like we told her that we're not dealing with her.
Not again. Yep. No more.
Yep.
Dude, my son was telling me there was a fucking dude that is where he works at the Fry's here grocery store. And this fucking guy came in, like, a bum, basically.
Yeah.
He came in and, like, pissed all over the seats of, like, the little carts that people can ride around in, like the old people and whatever.
He fucking peed on those? Dude, that's fucked up.
He pissed all over the seats and then just passed out.
Oh, nice.
Like, god damn, dude. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, we got some wacky hobos when I worked at a Safeway. That was definitely weird.
He just sort of thought, fucking walk, you fatty, and then just passes out.
God damn. Well, like, let me tell you, so as somebody who's actually worked at a grocery store as a bagger, there are actually a fairly decent amount of people that use those that aren't, like, just big fat people who are lazy. There's a lot of like elderly people who just can't really get around, and that's the only way they can get around the store. They can walk from their car to the little cart, and that's about as far as they can get. And you got to go help them put their groceries in the car, and you got to fucking drive the little cart back yourself. So those actually do get used by like people who are who you don't feel like you're just fucking fat, get up and walk. Like.
Yeah, I don't mind those people, dude. But yeah, the ones that are just fat, and you're like, dude.
Where it's like a huge fat person and it's just full of like cookies and ice cream and fucking like fried chicken and all like microwavable fucking Hot Pockets and shit. And you're like, well, I see the problem, sir.
Yeah, you're not even fucking trying.
It's like Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets is not like all the things you need for food in the course of a day. You need real food, sir.
Yeah, those people are fucking frustrating. But yeah, he's told me, dude, like, because there's a lot of old people that shop in that one, and they're all like fucking miserable. So they just
really
about everything.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah, because I was like, most of the old people were super like chill when they came to the store where I worked, and they would always like. There was a dude that we would he just needed somebody to walk around with him and help him do his shopping. So whenever that dude came in, it was always really cool if you got stuck with him because he was a really nice dude. And he had real specific things he wanted, and he had his list, and he'd hand you his list, and he'd kind of walk around with the cart, and you just had to, like, guide him to where he needed to get his stuff, and pick up the boxes and put them in the cart for him.
Yeah, apparently there's, like, a couple of those types. Yeah, but vast majority of them, dude, are just fucking assholes.
Oh, that's too bad. We had one little old lady that was the sweetest little old lady, and she was always raving about how one of the baggers made it so she could always find her car because he got tired of fucking having to go out and help her find her car every fucking time she came there. So he fucking he put like a big fucking bright yellow tennis ball on the fucking tip of her antenna. He's like, he just did that for us, and now she always was able to just look out and look for the bright, yellow fucking tennis ball, and she'd always know where her car was.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then because it's California, we also had a bunch of chicks who come in like wife beaters with no bras on, showing off them titties. Like you just see their tit right through the shirt. It's not at all just obscured.
Yeah, it's obvious they're fucking just wanting to show them off.
Dude. Yeah, it's very nice. That was always fun.
Well, if they're the type of woman who had to get like fake ones, it's like you paid all that money for it, you might as well show them off.
Well, and then I had my high school teacher try to pick me up.
What?
I'm not even joking, dude. I was out of high school for like 2 or 3 years at the time. So I was 20 years old, so 2 years out of high school. And she asked me to help her out to her car because I thought she would just, we'll just chat and it'll be fun, talk about high school shit. And then she started like talking about inviting me over for dinner and like fucking some wine and shit. And I'm like, no, I appreciate that, but thank you. Pass. Now I look back, I'm like, man, well, maybe I should have tried it out. See, that would have been, that was a guaranteed lay. Why the fuck not?
Better get a little young dick, dude. Just teacher.
Be the fucking, the male lead in her porn star fantasy, like.
Sounds like it. Jesus Christ.
She wasn't bad looking. She was like, average soccer mom look. Not terrible, not great.
Dude, when I worked for Verizon, we used to have booths inside of the Safeways, like around the Phoenix metro area or whatever. And we had one inside the Safeway that was right by ASU. And, dude, it was like every 5 fucking minutes. I'm like, holy shit, that might be the hottest girl I've ever seen. And fucking, 5 minutes later, holy shit, that might be the hottest chick I've ever seen.
Hottest chick I've ever seen every 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, there are those places. So sometimes you find those places and you're like, whoa, why are there so many hot chicks running around that area? What a weird thing.
And our little kiosk, because it was just a little fucking shitty little kiosk thing, that we were at. And then that one, it was right by the exit. So, like, literally pretty much everybody had to walk by that thing. And so, you saw every fucking hot chick walking in and out of that place. Oh, fucking God, dude. Didn't do a lot of sales, but god damn, it was always a good day, dude.
Unless they were absolute bitches.
Yeah.
I find that ruins it. Like, you see a very beautiful woman, and she's just a cunt. Like, nah.
Yeah, I kind of assume that they are. You know what I mean? If they're really hot, I assume they're probably, or at least they don't understand how life is for normal people. At the very least, their expectations are warped.
Did I ever tell the story? Yeah, go for it.
I was going to say, I used to do a lot of social dancing, so I would go out and do, like, blues dancing and swing dancing, and I also knew a little bit of, like, other kind of bar, like salsa and a little bit of tango. Dude, you would dance with some of the most amazingly beautiful women. Like, oh my fucking God. And especially blues dancing, the connection is chest to chest. So you're literally, like, in a hug for 3 minutes with, like, these incredibly beautiful women. So I kind of got... I stopped being quite as awed by it. And you started to be more like, man, these chicks are kind of fucking obnoxious sometimes. Like, I don't fucking like them. like the supermodel chicks were always just like, their personalities kind of started to fail after a very short period of time.
When they realize they're hot, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
I had an incident where I was doing some, you could say, charity work. I did some art to raise some money, and there was a Spider-Man themed kind of event, and in the lineup, because I did a print, and then they come in, I sign, like they pay and all that, and all goes to a good cause, and I would sign the picture I did, and in the lineup I saw like one of the hottest redheads I've ever seen in my entire life. Ooh. And when I say, like, first of all, my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. I always thought Mary Jane fucking hot.
Oh, yeah. So you got the thing for redheads, Mary Jane.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
early
yeah.
90s, when I got into the comic shit in the like late 80s, early 90s, yeah, the way Mary Jane was drawn back then was fucking phenomenal, dude.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so there was another guest there, and so this hot chick comes over, and I didn't even see what she was holding. I was just sort of flustered, like, oh my god, just like, because if you ever seen like a J. Scott Campbell picture, I'll post some pictures in the Discord later, but she was like that kind of hot. I thought, oh, okay, maybe she wants to sign something. I'd say to her, hey, how's it going? Do you enjoy yourself? And she gave me the most disgusted look. She looked right at me. She had the kind of look that just sort of crushed your soul. Just like,
because you made like fucking casual conversation. Like you weren't even hitting on her. You're just like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
nice day, isn't it? Kind of shit.
Yeah, but in her mind, everybody's shitting on her all the fucking time.
I smiled. I was pleasant. I tried best, and she just gave me the most disgusting look. It's like I just farted in her face. It was. I just couldn't believe it. What sucks is that it was like the Mary Jane I fell in love with hates me.
Oh, yeah.
It was that kind of soul crushing moment.
Okay.
The rest of the day.
I would have to say something to the bitch, dude. I'm just fucking having a conversation, dude. It
was a charity thing. I didn't want to make a scene. I just kind of shuddered on the whole thing. I just thought, oh my god. It bothered me for like a week. I'd see that fucking look. It's like, sometimes like
she got in your fucking head. She got in your head, dude.
Gets in your fucking head, kind of a look. I was just mortified. Like, oh my god.
I had kind of a reverse moment of that was pretty fucking funny. I was chilling out at this local pool hall, fucking hanging out and shooting some pool with some friends, and it was like they like served beer but no liquor, so it was kind of and then like just your kind of bar food and soda pop and shit. And I had to go take a shit, and I'm like, oh damn, and I'm like, look over, there's like one fucking bathroom door. And there is this ridiculously hot chick standing in front of it. So I go over and it takes forever just to get her attention. And I'm like, excuse me. And she just goes off. It's just like all this fucking dumb bullshit. And I'm like, that's cool. Are you going to use the bathroom? Or is there anybody in there? Because I'd sure like to use it. And you're standing right in front of the only door. And her fucking face turned so fucking red. And every one of her little friends at the fucking table just started laughing so hard. Because I think I was like 30, and this chick was obviously like maybe 18 if she was even that old. And I just like, I'm not hitting on you, chick. I'm just trying to fucking go take a shit. So that was kind of fun.
That's fucking brilliant, dude.
Oh, she's so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah. Look, I can hit on you when I come out if you want, if that make you feel better.
Yeah, then you can like feel justified in your fucking line. Otherwise, I don't really give a shit. Oh man, the fucking laughter from her friends was just so loud. Cause she went off for a good like 10-15 seconds. It was a long, drawn out, really obnoxious like response, and I'm just like, I really gotta go to the bathroom. You're standing in my way. I'll never get a chance to do that again.
Later.
I'll never get a chance to do that again. You never get the chance to turn that kind of shit around on those people. But man, it was the one time it was really, really good. It felt very satisfying.
I remember being at a party, and there was only one bathroom, and I was at least it was like in a comic shop. I was pretty buzzed at that point, and the party had been going on, and I decided to go to the bathroom. And I'm standing in the urinal, I'm taking care of business. I get a tap on my shoulder, and I look over, and there's this like row of women, and they're looking at me and like, "Are you almost done?" As I'm standing there pissing.
Damn.
I just sort of look. It was the weirdest experience. It's when now I'm almost done.
if you're pissing, aren't you always almost done in a way? I mean, it never really takes that long.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't take that long.
Yeah, well,
I'm urinating. It's not going to be much longer, dude.
I just sort of thought, like, you have eyes, don't you? Just fucking wait. It's not going to take that long.
You're making it take longer, you dummy.
Exactly. It's like, what if I was a shy pisser? It's like, come on. Stop looking at me. I'm not into that kind of kink, okay?
God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually found basically what I would do is because pretty early on I made the connection between really hot and being a total fucking being total fucking bitches. So I would essentially like ignore them, not try to hit on them, be sarcastic to them, be kind of a dick, and it would always end up being interested in me. Like, oh wow, you seem really interesting. I'm like, really? What do you find interesting? The fact that I'm not hitting on you like every other guy?
Oh, you know, yeah. If you're the one
like
dude not
everyone,
taking a fucking, yeah.
Yeah, it's an insecurity thing they all seem to have because they're like, why is that guy not into me?
Well,
he must be into me too.
They mock the whole like negging thing, but like legit, if you make fun of chicks, like there's some chicks who just super get like into you because you made fun of them.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to even be mean-spirited.
Yeah, no,
like, you know what I mean?
General teasing.
The mean-spirited shit's kind of fucked up and doesn't always work, dude. But if you're like sarcastic and you're not kissing their ass, but you're being kind of a fucking smartass. Yeah, it's incredibly effective, dude.
Hey, Trish.
Hey, Samaj.
What's up?
I see you posted the trailer to that particular anime with the dirty looks. Yeah.
Yes, because I heard your story about someone giving you a disgusted look, and I just wanted to turn it on its head.
You're right. That's pretty much a perfect way of looking at it.
Perfect opposite.
Yes.
I love YouTube's translation for that stuff. It's always amazing. I don't know what they're actually trying to say, but the attempted translation from Google is great.
Oh wait, it's actually trying to do subtitles, or?
Yeah, like the first line is, it says her name and then it says, "I'm sorry for making a noise while shopping because my husband told me to announce it."
Oh,
that almost makes sense. That's like close to making sense. Dude.
The next part is good. The next thing it says is, "Cows are alive and dead. At each Torana Noana store, we are accepting reservations for the original animation while having an unpleasant face and showing pants." And now you see why I love the translation, because it makes no fucking sense. But you can set it to auto-translate to any language you want. I choose English because, I actually know English. Sort of.
it's overrated.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking amusing.
Your pronunciations of English are not great, but you seem to understand it well enough.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's some Mary Jane action right there. Hell yeah.
The woman looked like this particular Mary Jane. Like, came off the pages of J. Scott Campbell. She was that kind of hot. I'm not over exaggerating.
That's fucking sweet. Yeah,
You can see why it was so hard. She gave me that terrible look.
Well, turn that frown upside down and use it to power your erection.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Good Lord.
Well, the fun thing is, Samaj, you're an artist. You can just draw her naked later,
No, fair enough. I could do that.
Dude,
I could go even further than that if I wanted to, but that would be creepy.
But he's got to watch that propaganda video too, dude.
Oh, Mr. Ting got to watch that propaganda video. That shit is funny as hell.
What propaganda video?
It's about 5 or 6 posts up. It's the one that says New China TV. It's only about 2.5 minutes long.
Oh, fucking hell, this bitch.
You seen it already?
No, I haven't seen this.
They watch too many movies.
I know who this bitch is.
Dude, check it out
man.
though. This one's especially infuriating, dude.
I demand Chinese spy horror.
You don't have to. I guess I made some.
It's insultingly. It's both insulting and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah, it's propaganda. That's again just Like if it was a parody, it would be fucking hilarious. But because it's not a parody and it's legitimate, them.
Oh, I laughed. My sick little
it's fucking infuriating.
sense of humor
really insulting.
was tickled by it. Of course, there's lots of things I laugh at that probably people don't find funny.
No, I know who this bitch is. I know Jinhua. No, my wife is Taiwanese, so I'm kind of in the know for propaganda and bullshit.
All right.
She has a long and embellished career of propaganda horse shit.
This lady,
what is this?
Well, that whole channel, that new China TV is it's basically run by the Chinese government, from what I understand, or at least.
Any YouTube channel you see is super popular from China probably has the government's hands all over it.
90% of news in China is state-run or publicly admitted as state-run. The other 10% is still state-run, but they just don't say it. Yeah.
Well, what is it? There's a Chinese channel it's a YouTube channel that's really big. It's like super relaxing to watch, but it's such obvious propaganda. And the whole thing is this lady who lives on this idyllic farm where she can just pick her food every fucking day. And she's always making little like projects or cooking up these like incredibly fucking intricate meals and shit. And it's like, but she goes out and harvests all the stuff herself, like totally harvests everything.
Oh yeah, I know the channel you're talking about.
Yeah, it's super relaxing to watch, but at the same time, it's total horse shit. Like, this is just completely shot and filmed on a fucking soundstage in China.
It's actually outside.
No. I mean, you know what I mean, though. Like it's essentially the same thing as if it had been shot on a soundstage. It's completely fucking staged.
No, the production value is way too high for the bullshit they're trying to sell.
Oh yeah. Well, and let's be fair, the average Chinese farmer is nowhere near that fucking well off. And that's one of the reasons why they hate communism, is because if you grow up in the city, you could probably, switch around, do different kind of jobs if you want. But if you grow up in the countryside as a farmer, you will always be a farmer. There are no other options. You best stay where the fuck you are.
It's more... Oh, how do I explain this? Because there are some farmers that are well off. There is a little bit of class movement.
I said the average farmer, not
the average farmer.
It's probably like that 1 out of 1,000 that's like super fucking well off and has like, the giant farm that all the people work for them on. But other than that...
No, they don't have a lot of that over there. No, it's more of a matter of education. There isn't substantial education or even access to information for a lot of these farmers and a lot of these people in rural areas to have the ability.
So there's no way they could be able to handle getting to the city and then finding a new job and all that kind of stuff. They just don't have the the education for it.
They don't have
they don't have the access to it.
They don't have the know-how. No, it's very easy to get a train and go to the city, but you have to go through all these loops to rent an apartment and to begin to work in the city or to get applications. There's a lot of bullshit and red tape that you need to go through.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Sorry, this is a topic that I'm somewhat familiar with.
No, I mean you're. If I was wrong, it's better to know what's actually going on. You don't have to apologize for being right. That's kind of absurd.
No, not
you know what I mean? You know,
I'll apologize
I know you're
for being
Canadian.
right.
Come on.
Well, true. No, not apologizing for
Sorry
being
about that.
right, but more so not. I'm not 100% on my sources, and I would say,
Oh yeah, well,
everyone is open to check
you
your
neither.
sources.
You know, I think it's impossible to know for sure unless you actually live in China.
Yes.
Or grew up there and had to deal with all this shit. Then you fucking know what's going on. And even then, you probably wouldn't know all of it because there's so much propaganda that how do you sort through what's real and what's not, you know?
Yeah, no, it's yeah, hard to see the forest through the trees, or is that the right term?
Yeah, that's a good term.
Whatever.
Hard to see the tree through the forest. It's
Okay, yeah,
I don't know. It's something like that. I know what you're saying.
It's hard to see the forest for the trees, I believe.
Oh, there you go. See, you were right the first time. All right.
Yeah. You pretty much did nail it the first time.
Look,
Oh,
I
great.
think we can all agree. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. I'm not singing I'm not saying the rest of the lyrics. That's not.
I don't even know the rest of them. That's about all I know.
If
fact,
you want
I-
to keep Parasite from having an erection, just keep him away from the trees.
After never make a pretty woman your wife is so. From my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you.
It's actually not a bad. I made a pretty woman my wife, and it was fucking living hell, dude.
Well, you made a pretty woman who was fucking mentally ill to an extreme amount.
Yeah. Also, a pretty woman that was also borderline.
Was she normal? Like, all right, did you knock her up? And was she normal before she had the kid?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
All
no,
right,
I knocked her up within like 3 months of fucking knowing her. Not deliberately, but I just like. She never like claimed that she was on the pill or any of that shit. I just never asked, and I was usually drunk and high and not worrying about condoms, basically.
Oh, nice.
So it's not like she probably deliberately got pregnant, but I also didn't ask any questions. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
No, things were great for like probably for a year and a half, but yeah, things ended up very badly.
It could also be. It could also be like, 'cause I remember hearing like women after they have kids, their hormones change, and so they could.
She had 2 already, dude.
Oh, okay. All right. See, there you go. She was just. She's just that kind of person. All right. I will
she's
never.
just horrible.
I am never going to hook up with anyone who already had a kid.
Yeah, I know. No, it was great for quite a while because the kids were cool, but yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
No,
Yeah,
of course
definitely would not. Yeah. Yeah, for that reason, like it's kids that you get attached to, and then you really have no legal rights to see ever again.
Yeah. Oh God. All right.
That's gotta be harsh.
On a less depressing note, what is that fucking anime you put the fucking preview up for? That's hilarious. I don't know if it'll be as funny when it's actually properly translated, but
You mean that the one with the panties?
Yeah, where she's like gonna give you a disgusted look while showing her panties or whatever.
That's been around for a while. I don't know if it was ever like I know there's
it might be
subtitle. There's a subtitle version. I don't know if they ever dubbed it.
Yeah. I mean, subtitled, dubbed, whatever.
I mean, they may have.
Yeah, I'm just curious if anybody knows the title. That was kind of fun. It looks like the kind of thing that's like really just over the top, ridiculous, and funny.
There was another.
Like go for it.
There was another weird anime. It's all about like just hanging out with a girl for the day. Like she just like she'd act like.
Oh, the Rent-A-Girlfriend.
No, it's not like that. It's
okay.
It's the one with the tights.
It's weirder than the most. That it's about anime girls, and they talk to the screen, as if you're an actual person.
Yeah, I've seen one of those where it's the girl sleeping, and it's like she talks to you for a minute, and then she like goes to sleep while she's like staring at you, and you just fucking sit there and watch her sleep for, I guess, however long the rest of the video is. I didn't. Fucking...
And there's the sleepy one. There's the workout one.
Yeah.
What I can't remember which one.
God, that was fucking weird.
There's a cooking one. Yeah, but Japan. I think it's with Japan. There's a lot of lonely people. And so they'll do that kind of stuff. And to make it even stranger, there's even, like, you can get, like, CDs or, like, little MP3s, and they'll have things like saying, like, you're on the phone with someone. They'll do something weird like that.
What?
Yeah.
You can buy fake phone conversations? That's so sad.
You're pre-recorded, and so... You're not actually interacting with an actual person. It's a pre-recording. But what's weird about those ones, they're predominantly bought by women. Because I remember hearing about that. And the most popular one, because they have one where it's an abusive boyfriend. The abusive boyfriend is the most...
God damn it. Fucking Japan.
It's the most popular one with women.
You know, I'm honestly, I'm surprised that the most popular one isn't being seduced by their brother, honestly.
That's I think that only really
it is Japan.
What are you doing, stepladder?
Dude, the number of fucking anime I've seen where like the sister and the brother have just a really fucking creepy crush on each other. I mean, my God, it's in so fucking many. And it's one of those things where you're like, all right, anime, you've gone too far. Like, can we not have the incest? Ugh.
It would be nice if there was no incest.
Oh, I think there's even one where it's just that's all it's about. It's just about a guy wanting to bang his sister.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's multiple. Yeah, I'm sure there's hentai ones where he does.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are. They're weird. Anime gets weird. I don't know. It's the degeneracy of people just not hooking up.
Well, no, apparently it wasn't altogether that long ago that it was perfectly acceptable to marry a sibling in Japan.
I choose not to believe that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just choosing not to believe it. It's weird for me.
That's what I saw on a website that was talking about it, because one day I was just like, why do fucking Japanese anime always have the brother and sister wanting to bang? That's a little fucking weird. That's a nice link to something there.
Hold on. I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go.
I seem to have forgotten how to fucking...
What's
post
nice
an image.
You posted some sort of link
These
to
are
an
some
image.
lovely gardening photos you got there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That was my little makeshift garden area today.
Oh, very nice.
Good.
Yeah. Put up an umbrella, had a little table going, threw like some of the roses and some of the other flowers I can't remember, or into a watering can.
Well, it was certainly a lovely day today. It was like only 27. Beautiful out.
I don't know what 27 means in Fahrenheit, like real temperature.
Speak English, dude.
It's a pleasant day. It's like under.
So
the
probably
100.
probably 70s or
Yeah, mid 70s.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man.
We're gonna be back up into the hundreds in the next couple days, so I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, we just had a big heat wave in Southern California. They're melting over there right now. It's like super hot still, I think. Northern California, where I'm at, thankfully, is not too bad though.
For the record, like 65-ish.
Okay.
That's what it was today.
65-ish? Okay, that's actually, that's a really quite pleasant day. I like that. That's a perfect temperature for me.
Yeah, nice breeze.
Low to mid-60s is where it's at, baby.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, very pleasant. I finally got the message from the store I was going to, that they do 3D prints. So I thought I'd try it out. I asked them to print something out for me, and they just now got back to me. And it was so fucking busy out there that I got on the bus, trying to make it there, and the traffic was like bumper to bumper. People were fucking out enjoying that weather.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now they estimate like the amount of people on the roads is just like insanely high compared to any other time because people are finally getting to go places again, and they don't want to fly because it's too expensive.
And you're not going to get your refunds.
Yeah, and everybody's driving.
Yep, I believe that. So yeah, I was on White Ave today, and then the problem I had is that the traffic was so fucking thick that I planned it out, and I looked at the route. And I wanted to get there, have at least like last half hour before the store closes. And when I finally got there, it was 10 minutes after the close time. So I was like, fuck.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the worst.
That was the worst. It wasn't
because you didn't even have to go. You went all that way and you didn't even get what you wanted. It's like, oh,
exactly.
You could have just stayed home and had the same fucking thing.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll go again tomorrow. It's a nice day tomorrow. I'll do that. But tomorrow's gonna be difficult because the gym's finally opened up, and I was gonna go, but I realized how fucking full it was gonna be that first week.
Oh, you know what though? It might be not that full just because a lot of people are thinking the same thing. You never know. Do a drive-by. Check it out one day, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm gonna head off to the gym, and I'll do my exercises. I hope it's not busy because the last time I was in the gym, it was so busy. Everything I wanted to use because I like Mondays are chest days. And I get there on a Monday, and it's so fucking packed that I can't get to everything. And I'm like, well, I guess it's a leg day.
Well, I'm stuck with this bullshit.
Yeah, well, I've realized people hate leg day. They hate it because they have to walk on their legs all day or whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't want to be sore. So the leg exercise machines are always vacant. People don't want to do it.
Well, honestly, like I think you're better off jogging or walking or hiking. Really.
See, I'm never that concerned.
Get a lot of leg, get a lot of leg muscles worked, but plus you're getting cardio.
Exactly. Well, see, I'm never concerned about my legs because I always walk everywhere. Like back when I was going to the gym with my brother, and we go there, and it was on the leg day. I could do max on fucking everything, and my brother just couldn't do it. He couldn't keep up with me. Because he drove at an early age. And so he just drove everywhere. And I walked everywhere. Like, clearly.
Oh, yeah, that'll make a big difference.
Yep, makes a big difference.
Well, and also, like, gym muscles, like, so if all you do is work out at the gym and use leg machines, that's not the same as walking or hiking, and it won't give you the same kind of endurance that you'll get just from walking and hiking. Because, I've never been, like, the most fit person, but, I could go hiking, before my back was all fucked up. I go hiking for, like, 5-10 miles in a day, easy. Like, just, and not the whole day. I'd still have, like, I'd be back before, like, maybe, like, an hour or two after lunch if I left in the morning. But, and that's at a casual pace. But then, like, friends would go hiking with me, and they're like, they go to the gym all the time, but they don't walk or run. Yeah, and it's like they can't keep up. They just fucking flag out so fast.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah, the gym is not the same.
Yeah, you got to get out and use those muscles doing real things.
Mm-hmm. I hear ya. Well, yeah, tomorrow will be an interesting day. I expect myself to be good and sore.
Ooh, fun times.
What's making us sore?
I'll be going to the gym doing chest exercises tomorrow.
Oh.
Lifting the weights. Using the machines. Get my fat ass to work.
Seriously, yeah, and it's the first time in a while. No more than 2 sets, and don't push it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe 3 sets, but do not go all out.
Yeah. No. I don't intend to go all out. I'll go as far as I think I can go, but not pushing it because I know a whole year and a half of this bullshit.
Yeah. None of the reps should be to exhaustion, or even maybe like 3/4 of the way to exhaustion.
Yeah, my goal is not to push myself too hard because I know in my current state I'll do more damage if I go all out.
Yeah. The first couple times, at least the first 2 times, you got to take it really fucking easy. Otherwise, you're going to be sore for like a fucking week.
Yeah,
you're going to be sore anyway, no matter what. But you can mitigate it.
I don't mind being sore, but I do hate being so sore I can't get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
I did do that once, and it was a hell of a trip. I remember like waking up and thinking, "Oh God, can't use my arms. Why can't I do this?"
Yeah, or having a sore chest, you don't realize like how much you move your chest around or your pec muscles until you fucking fuck them up from going too hard the first time back.
Well, and chest muscles aren't like put a weight on your chest and just ripple your pecs. It doesn't work that way. You have to use your arms and move your arm lengths.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just reach out and you're like, "Oh Jesus, my fucking chest is killing me."
The whole reaching up thing. I imagine that'll be quite something. I'll be like, "Oh God, I'm gonna get a cup off out of the cupboard to try and like drink some water." My hand will be like, "Oh no, this cup! Why so heavy?"
Yeah, it can be brutal, man, and it lingers, dude, for a good 4 or 5 days, dude.
Yes, that's why it's good. Like if you're gonna go back the next day, you do a different muscle group.
Yeah,
but preferably because the way I would do it is I'd have 2 separate leg days. So chest day, and then a leg day, and then back, and then legs again, and then on the Friday. What the fuck do I do on the Fridays? It's been so long I can't even remember. I think those were the free. I think it was the free day because I usually take the weekend off, because I know the weekends will be fucking busy. So I think I just do whatever I feel like it, which is probably I might do some more chest exercises, or I might do abs. Yeah, abs. There's really not much you can do with abs. I mean, the gym I go to, there's only
sit-ups.
What?
Sit-ups.
Yeah. Well, they have this cool ramp.
There's a couple machines usually. I think at mine there's literally 2 machines for abs.
Yeah. I think there's one where you lean over and push down. So it's like an upside down sit-up. And that's kind of nice for people that maybe can't do a whole sit-up and they just need to like start working on the muscles to get to that point.
I think
I actually have one that you're just like you're sitting normally and like the basically it starts up above you and you pull the thing down. Yeah.
That reverse step you're talking about, I think that's for back. It's something you lean forward and you can crouch forward and then bring yourself up. I think that's a back exercise. I remember because my first time using it, I pushed myself to do 3 reps or 3 sets of 10s, and that was a big mistake on my end.
Yeah, dude, the back one, dude, the back machines. If you go to exhaustion on a back one, like it's gonna fuck you up, dude. Like it'll really fuck you up. Or maybe it's just me because I have a bad back. But literally, I have to stop when I'm about maybe a little over halfway, maybe 3/4 to complete exhaustion. Otherwise, if I do too much, like as I get off the machine, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like I have to stretch my back for like 10-15 minutes before I can do anything else.
I remember like I did the exercise and it was intense at the time, but then when I was done leaving the gym, I was like, that's not so bad. I could do that. And then come the morning, I realized that mistakes were made. And I had to. I was rolling out of bed, not getting up. I was rolling and limping a little bit forward. I looked like a fucking old man going, "Oh God!" I had to hold onto the wall. Oh, it was hilarious.
The first time I did the ab ones, dude, I had gotten done, and again, I hadn't gone super hard at it because I know better by now. But even then, I was just going over to grab the stuff to wipe down the machine or whatever, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude!" Like it really felt like my my abs were gonna fucking give out, dude. Like, God damn it! I literally had to hold them, dude. I was like holding them in place, dude.
I mean,
I had my hands on my stomach, like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck." And I literally had to just stand there for like a good about a minute and a half, dude, before I felt safe to move again, dude.
I believe it. I believe it. I've been there.
Dude, how many of these fucking anime about panties things are there?
I think they did like 6 episodes.
Oh my god, these are hilarious. It's only the auto-translate. Honestly, the idea is dumb, but...
Well, yeah, but it's Japan. They're a bunch of degenerates, and that's what happens. There was one series that I remember watching, and I'm like, this is really a hentai. And it was like, why are you here, teacher?
Oh, yeah, that one is fucking... that one is so fucking inappropriate.
Oh, it actually got an English dub, too.
Yes.
It's levels upon levels of inappropriate,
and it's like multiple story arcs for like different guys. Like each guy has to hook up with a different teacher.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's like 3 or 4 episodes of one guy, and then it's like the next guy hooking up with a different teacher, and you're just like, Jesus, man. It's
so unbelievable that I think I watched the first episode and I just stopped. I'm like, I can't do this.
Dude, you say it's unbelievable, but how many chicks keep getting in trouble for fucking kids in high school?
Well, that's true. That's true. There has been.
And it's always a teacher.
I think maybe unbelievable is the wrong word. Cringy is probably the other
word. There we go.
Word.
That's a better word. It's real fucking cringe. Like, I want to disbelieve it, but like every fucking other week it seems like some new fucking teacher is in trouble for banging a high school kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very sick. Could you take this pill and put it in my poo hole? Thank you very much.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
God.
Oh, that's right, yeah. One of them had to put a fucking suppository in her butt.
Oh my god.
Or maybe that was a different anime. I've seen a lot of fucked up anime.
No, that was the anime.
Oh god.
You know, I think that's not the only anime I've seen where the guy suddenly had a situation where he had to give a girl a suppository. You know, I think that's happened in a couple of different anime. Now that I think about it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I am not surprised in the slightest. Don't hear me shocked.
Yeah, anime, Japanese are really interested in a lot of bodily functions that I don't really want to fucking know about.
It's because none of them are having sex. None of them are getting laid, and their minds just wander to weirder.
I don't want to watch chicks peeing. I'm sorry, that's just weird.
These are people that just need to start hooking up. All right.
Yeah, they need like a sexual revolution in Japan. That's for sure. Just start getting laid. I'm sure they get laid occasionally, though. They can't constantly go with no sex. Or are they still like waiting for marriage and shit?
You'd be surprised. It's not that they're waiting for marriage. It's just that
they just not know how to fucking mate.
No,
like pandas. You gotta show them how to fuck.
No, they know how it's done, but their interests are different. Obviously, because men and women are different. But women were encouraged. I think it was in the 90s to pursue careers, and Japanese culture when it comes to like jobs. They're very big into that, like put everything into your job kind of situation. And so you do that with women.
Yeah,
they have no time to have kids. Like why? Like a child would just get in the way of your career, and so they just don't do it. They don't go out. They don't even think about it. Now you might think that's a contradiction because every time you see anime, almost every woman thinks about being a mother. Like most women in anime don't even think about careers or something, and that's mostly because anime is consumed mostly by men, and they're all interested in getting a woman to be the provider and fulfill the role of the man. That's all a fantasy in Japan because that's not what it's really all about.
Yeah.
Also, you'll notice
sad. That's kind of sad because
yeah. Well, I mean, like in anime, like women in anime are not bitches. Even those big, strong female characters are always.
Even the really tsundere ones are not. You know what I mean? Like they're always endearing at a certain point.
So it's no wonder when you look at something like Marvel Comics and you look at female characters in those, they're not interesting at all because they're absolute bitches. They're absolute cunts. And obviously that stuff doesn't sell. And you look to something like anime where women are, kind, nurturing, and even if they are a bit on the tsundere side, they still are good people. And they try to be good people. And that's part of the reason why
tsundere is almost always sort of afraid of being hurt, so doesn't put themselves out there emotionally kind of thing. It's almost never genuinely mean.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, they have very different approaches to female portrayal, and everyone seems to like the Japanese one better. But that's a fantasy in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Women pursue careers, and they don't go out there and look for sex because they're looking for more emotional fulfillment. So they have these cafes where you can pay guys to sit down and talk to you. That's the only real pause. Yeah, and they're usually young, good-looking kind of guys, but they're not interested in the sex part. They just want sit down and have a conversation, make them feel loved, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which they could get from literally any dude.
Well, yeah, but that would mean a commitment of being in a relationship. Because a lot of women, when they get off work, they're too tired to bother. What's that? Make a meal? Who has time for that? And of course, health in Japan, as far as I can tell, is also going down. Not a lot. They still have the fat police.
What?
You ever heard of the fat? So if you're overweight in Japan, they will send kind of like a social worker or something to try and encourage you to see a doctor about your weight.
Wow.
Saying that you're overweight, that's not good. You could be in trouble. Yeah. Fat people like I don't know, the three of us, probably not tourists, but the rest of us, we go to Japan. They probably would look at us as if we're about to keel over and die. But they got the stereotype about fat Americans. But yeah, they have fat police. They don't call them that, but
I'll go over there and kick every one of their sumo wrestlers' ass.
I mean, you could try sumo wrestlers. I think they're it's a lot like the WWF or WWE, where it's all fake. They try.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. They try to make it seem like, it's all about the respect and the sport and all that. Nah, you guys are just a bunch of fakers.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, I'll be shocked.
That sumo's got some validity to it.
Yeah, probably some, for sure. It's more mature, definitely, than the WWE. You get watching that, it's like you guys are just like what's the word to describe it? They're it's like drama for men.
Yeah, it's like soap operas.
There we go. That's it. Yeah. Just soap opera for men.
Yeah, it really is, too. It's more over the top than actual soap operas, dude.
You're not wrong. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. I still feel like such a dumbass, as a kid, not realizing. that shit was fake. 'Cause, you know, your parents will tell you, no, it's not fake. They hate each other. Or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking very young. It's not like I was like 14 or 15 and still thinking it was real, but you know, as a 7, 8-year-old, you can be convinced, especially in the, you know, the very early days, which would have been back in the 80s, you know, with like Hulk Hogan and fucking, you know, early Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, that era. They're pretty good at it.
I remember being a kid and wanting those toys, but for me, it was hard to get toys when I was a kid, so.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I wanted like the ring and the little fucking figures to fucking, you know, wrestle around with, dude. Fuck yeah.
You know the funny thing
Never got them.
Okay, like when I was a kid, I always wanted various different toys, but the one and it made me think this, like my mom trying to get in on this. The one she would encourage the family to get me were anything that was Captain Planet. His environment.
Oh, I remember Captain Planet. I watched that shit all the time when I was a kid.
Like, okay, I could ask for like Ninja Turtles and all that stuff, but and I may get, I may not. I want anything Captain Planet. I definitely got it. And that made me think. I wonder if my mom's trying to convince me to be an environmentalist or something. But in the end, I kept laughing. In the end, I remember thinking, hold on a second. These things are made of plastic. Plastic is made from oil. Oil is bad for the environment, or one of the other bullshits they had from that show.
Oh man, I still remember the.
So yeah, action figures is kind of hypocritical to have action figures.
Absolutely. And I look back to any of that Captain Planet stuff, and boy, it was cringy.
Yeah, I'm sure if I watched an episode now, I'd be like, ugh. I tried to watch a show called Silverhawks, and that was fucking nutty. That was just, I got like 3 or 4 episodes in, and I'm like, I gotta stop. This is too fucking weird. What the fuck was wrong with me when I was a kid?
And what was weird about that, like, there's a cult following for that show. And it's so much.
I'm not surprised. It's definitely fucking one of a kind.
I think they only got 1 season in, and then it was canceled. But enough people liked it. I don't know if you heard, but it's getting a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big surprise there. But the weird thing is, it's a collaboration between the guy who produced the Toys That Made Us show on Netflix. I don't know if you ever seen it. Yeah, great documentary show. Love it. Those guys are the ones who have the rights, Silverhawks, and they're going to be making that. And it's going to be in conjunction with Super 7, who is currently making the Silverhawks toy line, the new one. So you'll hear a lot about it soon.
Huh. I'll definitely check that out when it comes out.
We'll see if it's any good. I don't know. Like whenever I hear reboots, I'm always scared. Like, oh god, it's gonna be like another Thundercats reboot. Boy, that didn't go well. But I mean, it's being produced by good people, so we'll see.
I don't know. Any remakes that have been made recently been any fucking good? That's as long as it's not like Disney or fucking any kind of mainstream shit, it might be alright.
Well, it varies. I mean, you can get some shows that are like just absolutely horrendously bad. Like it doesn't matter if it's like Disney or Netflix. It always depends on who's working on it. Like I look at She-Ra, and that was a travesty.
I never watched the actual.
What happened with the? Wait, was that the Kevin Smith thing, or is that something completely different?
That hasn't come out yet. I want to be happy for the Kevin Smith show, but I
think it's going to be fucking horrible from what I've heard.
Well, it's probably going to do well because it's Powerhouse Animation, and they're the guys who did Castlevania. So it's going to visually look really good. And if you saw any of the trailers, it does look fucking good. But the story, from what we've heard about the storyline, they're going to sideline He-Man. Like, they're going to take away the sword, and so it's just going to be Prince Adam. And Prince Adam's got the redesign, and he's like a scrawny little soy boy. He is fucking... Yeah, he is emaciated. And it's weird because if you watch the original He-Man, he wasn't. He was a pretty buff kind of guy. Because he had to be, because he became He-Man.
Yeah. He got like even buffer, but yeah, he was pretty cut already. He'd be wearing a button-up shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would bust off of him. He got even bigger. But yeah, he was pretty fucking cut up already.
Exactly. So, I want to be excited, but I know what's going to happen is they're going to sidelight him. It's not going to be the He-Man. He-Man's going to be a side character in his own show. It's going to be Teela, Princess Teela. So it's going to be her show, not He-Man. Prince Adam's going to be there, but he's going to be a bumbling fool as Teela does all the heroic stuff.
Oh, I'm out.
I know, and so I'm going to watch it because I like Powerhouse, but I know that's what it's going to be about, and it's going to fucking suck. Also, Mark Hamill's playing Skeletor, so I look forward to that because I like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I mean that's like the one bright part about that. It's not terrible.
Like, okay, it can work if it's written well, but I don't like that He-Man's sidelined his own show. I won't have to worry about it too much because there's another He-Man show coming, and it's done by a different studio. It's going to be a computer animated show that's going to be more geared to younger audiences, but apparently it's going to be more faithful to He-Man. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be an actual He-Man show.
Yeah. But no, I've heard Kevin Smith kind of fucking talking shit and going the whole route of the way the comics industry people were like, well, it's not for you then. You know what I mean? That bullshit.
All right.
I don't think he actually actively hates the shit that he's writing about the way, a lot of those people seem to be. But it seems like he's going like the weird diversity bullshit, dude.
Well, I've never written a show or a movie, but I think I can say beyond the shadow of a doubt that if you are looking to write for a very specific small section of people, you're doing it wrong.
Well,
you should probably start with telling a really good story, and then when you consider your audience, you want to consider that audience as the broadest possible audience because you want what you make to appeal to a large group of people, or it will make no money.
And I gotta hop out, but I gotta take care of something else. So
all right, man, peace out.
Sorry for the quick. I'll talk to you later. Later.
Talk to you later.
Later, man.
Bye.
Oh yeah, dude! I saw there's a Fast Strip, which is like it's like a fucking gas station / convenience store here. They have a bunch of fucking boxes of these big posters, like big fucking 4 feet by 3 feet posters, or maybe 3.5 by 2.5, whatever it is. They're big ass posters. My son's been buying them constantly, and the other day I was looking through them. And there was a fucking Princess Mononoke one in there. Essentially, the chick with it's one of the big ass wolves, and the chick with her face all bloody from when she pulled the. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. I know who Princess Mononoke is. Yeah.
Yeah, the chick that lived with the wolves, and there's that one scene where she's pulling the bullet out of them or whatever.
Yep.
Anyways, it's kind of like that. It's basically her facing forward with the blood all over her and the wolf right behind her. I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. And then I was telling my son, dude, I'm like, hey, there's a Princess Mononoke poster. And he's like, yeah, I've never seen that. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I've never forced you to watch Princess Mononoke? Are you sure? Because I watched and I forced my son to watch a lot of shit, especially when he was younger. So I'm trying to get him to watch it now. Because I don't know about you guys, but I really like that fucking movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I gave it to him the other day, and it would appear that he has still not watched it.
See,
but I'm going to keep on him about it.
Princess Mononoke, that's the type of I wish he did more action movies, because that was fucking awesome. He just doesn't.
Right.
Miyazaki just, I don't know. He just doesn't really want to make action movies. I don't know what that's all about. That was a good one.
Yeah. I really like that one. I might rewatch it. I haven't watched it in forever.
I don't know that I would call that an action movie as much as like an epic fantasy.
I mean, it could be both.
Is that
that's
anime?
Hells yeah, it does.
Right?
Oh, Mononoke is definitely anime. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, because I don't normally like anime. I mean, it's for me. The anime I like, I guess, would be Princess Mononoke and like Akira, maybe Ninja Scroll a little bit, and that's about as much as I know about it.
Yeah, Akira.
I like those three ones. Well, I think everybody likes Akira. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot of people. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say they didn't like Akira.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
Dude, you gotta watch it, man.
Yeah, I strongly suggest you watch Akira. I think you can watch it like on YouTube even. Like it's been out for a fucking.
Oh yeah, if there's one thing that I can definitely find, it's a place to watch Akira. Like, don't worry about that.
It was recently re-released on like Blu-ray, but it also has 2 dubs because there was a dub back in the 80s, and then there's another dub in the mid 90s. So the 90s dub is to me far superior. So. I don't know what it's listed. I didn't buy a copy of it because I have the original DVD, so I figured I don't need to re-buy the movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
That would be kind of overkill, yeah.
Well, yeah. But yeah, Ninja Scroll, that's a good watch.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one.
Oh, apparently there's a live-action Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I think it's going to get canceled.
That we should not see the links from because then we will save ourselves the pain. It's like,
I know
that
sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, even just the thought of it makes you kind of go, oh, nah.
Yeah, why?
No, that don't need to happen.
They have the gigantic eyeballs in real life. That would be fucking terrifying.
No, they got actual actors, and it just.
If they fucking
can you imagine
did some sort of digital fuckery to the film, like a filter essentially, where just like the girls look like they have these giant eyes, but it's like a human, like it's not at all animated.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That's that would be hilarious and fucking also the creepiest thing you've ever seen.
I'd watch
the
shit out of that.
And I thought the eyes in Bella Angel Alita were freaky. Nah, man, if they did it with Powerpuff Girls, it'd be horrific. That's like, is this a movie for kids? Because this looks like a horror film. Are they flies? Are they human
Why do they
flies?
have no fingers? What the hell?
Oh, Mojo Jojo's gonna look gross as fuck.
Yeah, but he's gonna look cool too. Gross, but cool.
Yeah. I suppose the mayor would be easy to pull off. Seems to have regular features, and the scientist or whatever.
If they were allowed to have Miss Bellum, I mean, that would sell the whole movie. Even though you wouldn't see her face, you just see all this hair and bouncing tits.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
that. Was fucking awesome. So did I, dude. That was fucking brilliant.
Well, they did like remake Powerpuff Girls in like 2010 or something, or like a new show or whatever, and it was fucking horrendous. They got rid of Miss Bellum. She's not in the show at all. And the teacher, who was like another female character, they gave her a double mastectomy. She no longer has breasts. It's creepy as fuck. And not only that, the show is generic and boring. You go from like 3 superhero siblings go out fighting crime, and now that it's a show where it's just superheroes in school. Are they doing superhero things? No, because they have to do school stuff. They have to write a paper. Cool.
No, that's boring as shit.
It is. Yeah. It's absolutely horrendous.
I'm just trying to imagine that. I pulled up the picture and posted it there, but yeah, I would love to see them try to make it look that way in real life. No fingers, fucking gigantic, fucking eyeballs. Yeah, that would be fucking great. I mean, horrible.
Like, I wish they would. I wish they would leave them alone, or at least bring back the old creators. However, Cartoon Network doesn't do that. If you make a show with Cartoon Network, they own that show outright, and like they'll never call you for anything if they don't have to.
Damn.
Sad. So that's and that's why people are leaving Cartoon Network, because like they could easily bring the guy who created the show back, and he would love to come back and do it, but as if like why put in all that work? He made another show called Primal, and it's fucking epic because he's the same guy who made Samurai Jack and Dexter's Lab and all that. So he's a fucking talented guy, but he's also working on the Hotel Transylvania movies. So,
dude, there is some awful shit though. Seriously, that Adult Swim is putting out. If you follow, because I'm subscribed to like their YouTube channel, and some of the shit they put out, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And I'm like, why are you, like, I get mad in the comment section, dude, because I'm like, guys, this is fucking horrible. I'm like, just because Cartoon Network or fucking Adult Swim put it out doesn't automatically make it brilliant. Like, oh wow, in this one they made the mouths real big when they talk and their eyeballs real big, and they're just saying normal stupid shit. The people in the comment sections are like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. And I'm like, are you guys a bunch of fucking like 6-year-olds? Like, this is fucking stupid, dude.
They are. I guarantee you, those are people who are paid to say nice things about it. They probably.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would make more sense, dude. Because I'm like, dude, there's no normal person's like.
It looks like the guy that was Dr. Turk in Scrubs is going to be the one that plays the doctor that makes the girls.
All right. Yeah. All right.
I mean, just from there, it's like, it just looks fucking terrible.
So
yeah, I mean, but you got to expect that now.
No, I mean, like from that, like just slightly annoying thing. It just the look of the show itself is fucking horrific.
Well,
from the pictures I saw.
The screenshots that you saw are from the pilot episode they did, and they had to take it back. Saving it. Because, they tested it with a test audience, and the test audience hated it. There was nothing they could do, so they're going to retool it, but it's probably going to be far too expensive to just go forward and refilm it and reshoot it. So that's probably going to get canceled.
Yeah, thank God. One can only hope.
The way things are currently, Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network, and they're in the hole because they owe a lot of money. Same thing because they've been bought by, was it not Bell Media? It's some cell phone company. Anyway, they own them, and they don't want to spend any more money because they have to recoup all their costs from buying the fucking people. So they're cutting the budgets, and so they need to find a cheap way of making content. And so they're thinking live action, all this shit. Because live action's cheaper to do than actual hand-drawn animation. But that's not going to fucking work. Because it's just, you're known for your animation. In fact, the only thing they got going right now is Rick and Morty. And then the last thing they came out with was a crossover between Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I like Courage, but it was fucking terrible. That's because they didn't get the original creator involved. Because he doesn't want to. Because it's fucking Cartoon Network.
Because Cartoon Network fucks you over, yeah. Why would you want to do it?
Yep. Yeah, I like Rick and Morty a lot, but have you seen the first episodes of the new season?
Yep.
Nope.
I remember what.
I've been waiting. I want to watch it, but I've been waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, let's spoil it for you then.
I don't care. Spoilers don't bother me. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, the Mr. Nimbus one. The Mr. Nimbus one was retarded. The Clones one was fucking retarded. I don't know, man. So far, I'm not impressed. I don't know about you, but I didn't really. I mean, they weren't horrible, but for Rick and Morty, I expected better, I guess.
It's a little too strange, to say the least. Although I will say the last episode, the last episode with Planetina has been particularly popular on the internet. So,
oh shit! You know what? I haven't actually. I forgot the people in here. I haven't actually seen that one, so maybe that one will bring it around for me. I've seen the clip of Morty being all pissed off that his mom sent her away or whatever. That's all I've seen of it.
Yeah, it's an interesting episode. It's definitely a Morty-centric one. A lot of people really liked it because I think it's because it's more like kind of like a soap opera that's been going on in the Rick and Morty world, if you will. But people like the internet seems to really like Planetina. So, especially in the artist circles I go into, I'm fucking seeing her everywhere. I fucking love her.
Oh wow. Yeah. Like I said, I saw the clip. That one actually didn't look too bad. It looked like it was deliberately cheesy, which is, was okay with me. But the other ones, just Mr. Nimbus character was kind of lame, which I guess was kind of the point, but even beyond that, it kind of sucked.
He's the modern day Pickle Rick. It's just fucking everywhere. It's Mr. Nimbus.
Mr. Nimbus. I can look forward to a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds screaming that in VR chat like all the fucking time.
Jesus Christ, he's Mr. Nimbus. He controls the police. Okay, just fucking.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
No,
which doesn't. I didn't mind any of that. Some of the shit was okay, but the way it was just overall, it was just like, oh, okay, so they aged the wine by going to this other place, and that fucks a bunch of shit up. I guess I didn't like the B story. I thought the B story was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the fucking characters going,
yeah,
other world.
Did they bring back the one bad writer then? Because, like, I know there was, like, one season that was kind of, like, very meh, and it was because they still had one of the writers that was, like, a shitty guy. And then after he left, like, after that, like, the next season was great.
I mean, probably. I know, like, they've already written the scripts out for the entire run because I think they have, 7 seasons to go through? And,
yeah, 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, enough
more,
to be,
I don't know.
Enough to be syndicated, and so that's essentially the goal. They're doing it to get syndication, and then they don't give a rat's ass what happens after that. Because once you're syndicated, then all your shows will be on rerun, and then it's like getting a check in the mail every month. Yeah, it's the same thing with the cast from Friends, or you name it. Like every once it's in syndication, it's like I can retire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the Hollywood retirement plan.
And the only reason, like, once you're in syndication, and the only reason you come back to do any kind of movie or TV show is just because you want to, because it's not that you need to. And like the Big Bang people, they make fucking huge amount of money per episode. It's like $1 million an episode. So they're set for life. Hey, gaming. What up?
Hello.
Just talking about TV and syndication. Yes, that's Planetina.
But yeah, I would, if I knew, like, because I love Justin Roiland and the shit he does, and I despise Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I hope Dan Harmon just goes away for some reason. And it seems unlikely at this point, but I feel like the show would be better if it was mainly Roiland running it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing to keep in mind. On Hulu, there's a show done by Justin Roiland called Solar Opposites. Watch that show, and if you like it, because that's a purely Justin Roiland project. If you really like it,
yeah, I have to check that out, dude. Have you any of you guys seen the Mr. Sprinkles shows that Roiland did way back in the day? It was kind of a take on. It was a kind of a take on the Cat in the Hat, I guess, but like a Dr. Seuss type thing, but the characters living in the real world. It's really fucking. It's the way Roiland shit normally is. It's fucking funny and it's fucking really fucking dark and twisted.
I did see his Meet the Cosbys segment.
Oh yeah, the Cosbys, dude. That was fucking great.
He got sued.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he got really sued. Like, stop it! You are not allowed to use his face or whatever.
Who's face?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
It was about like a scientist who created a cloning machine, and he made a clone of Bill Cosby, but kept making different versions of him.
Yeah,
And-
kept making more and more clones. Yeah.
And so yeah, it was like a sitcom, but everyone in there was a Cosby. So it was fucking silly. It was strange. I think
House of Cosby's. That's the name. House of Cosby. Okay.
House of Cosby's. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why it was messing with me that I couldn't remember the actual name.
So how you doing there, gaming?
But just finished watching Ghostbusters 2 with a few people.
Oh fuck, you're doing that now? Oh shit.
Yeah, that was like way before the show started. I think maybe I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you missed it. And I just saw Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Nice.
She'll have to endeavor to see that.
I'm fighting with myself because the theaters are open. I was thinking about seeing it in theaters, but I'm like, do I really want to? I don't know.
I recommend it.
Yeah, that brings something up, dude, that I was fucking thinking about. I never thought Scarlett Johansson was hot. Am I alone in that?
Yes.
Yep, you're alone in that.
I mean, not.
She's always looked like above average, but I don't know that I'd say she's like phenomenal.
Yeah, that's her point. She's definitely attractive, but not like super smoking hot the way people seem to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't get that either. But hey, everybody's got different taste.
If I couldn't have
Yeah,
porn,
that's true.
if
I
I
think
couldn't
the
have,
OK Boomer girl is fucking hideous. So maybe
if I couldn't have porn, I'd be thinking about Scarlett Johansson. I just couldn't help it. Maybe it's all the makeup.
I always liked her. Like, she was on SNL one time. Did fucking great, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Well, a long time ago. Keep that in mind. It was a long time ago. When SNL was still good.
Hell,
Yeah,
even her
SNL
stunt
was
doubles are
good.
hot.
Even what?
Even Scarlett Johansson's stunt doubles are hot.
Oh. Oh man, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on it, so it's good that I heard somebody saying that it's really good. Even if it's only gaming, you know. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so I have no real. I can't really say it sounds great or not.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's stunt double is ridiculously attractive. You are not wrong.
Yeah. Just has to be that way. Although, I've seen some that are not so attractive.
Well, I mean, there's some scenes where it's like a chick in the movie, but it's like a dude with a wig in the fucking stunt, because it's like far enough away, and they're just like, throw a wig on the motherfucker and do it, you know?
Is it just me? I like her better when she's in the S.H.I.E.L.D. outfit. Like, when she's in Iron Man 2. I liked her better with the curly hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow Scarlett Johansson that much.
Fair enough. I mean, they're far more interesting characters because they have superpowers and stuff, and she's just someone who's an assassin spy. I mean, I'm not saying her life isn't interesting. It's just, I mean, Thor has a fucking hammer that shoots lightning, and he can fly.
Right?
I mean,
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's like if I want to see something, I want to see like Thor blowing shit up or fucking Iron Man going crazy. Shooting his fucking laser beams.
See, the annoying thing is like, right now there's all these articles coming out talking about how Scarlett Johansson's not happy about being sexualized all this time as Black Widow. And I'm like, I'm sure you didn't have a problem with it when you're making multi-millions. I'm sure you didn't have a problem with it when everyone fucking loved you. I'm like, she's probably hitting those late 30s, early 40 years. That could be why she's bitching so much.
Yeah, true. That is getting close to time where the people stop casting her as the young, sexy girl.
Exactly. She's probably reached that point. Which, I mean, okay, sexual marketplace values, they say, it's a factor.
Has she done nudity in a film?
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she has. I think she's done damn close. Like there's some see-through shots where it might as well be nude in like Lost in Translation. If I
wouldn't
remember,
be.
it's been a long fucking time since I've seen that movie, but
I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
think
surprised.
she's done any actual nudity.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised once the roles start drying up. An actual Scarlett Johansson sex tape is going to get leaked.
I mean, she already had nudes out.
Yeah, I was gonna say they already leaked nudes of her. That's for sure.
Where?
All right, so Rotten Silence is 7 out of 10.
Ew.
Black Widow was meh, with some good moments.
Yeah, and I've seen her nudes and I was not impressed.
Unnecessary gender bend of Taskmaster.
I heard about that.
And
that
also
does make
changing
me
the suit
worried.
for China. Oh, and the fact that her head is small compared to her body is distracting to him. See, apparently I don't pay enough attention to Scarlett Johansson because I didn't know any of this. Like she's hot, but I don't know that. Yeah, it's like what was that one model that everybody was about for like the longest time with that fucking blonde hair, and she did the like. I think the most famous thing she did was like the cat daddy dance or something.
RuPaul.
That went viral?
Yeah, she was a great supermodel.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know, but everybody was super into that, and I was just like, well, I mean, she's hot, but not that, like, I don't get it.
RuPaul's the fucking trans dude.
Oh, yeah, this was an actual chick. She's like a blonde chick.
God, I'm trying to fuck with him, you asshole. Good job. First of all, RuPaul is not trans. It's a cross-dresser.
Okay. Drag queen? I heard they love to be called drag queens.
Whatever. But he did fool the world. He did a good job as being a supermodel, thinking everybody people thought that she was a chick. So
That's
many
what I was
straight
talking
guys.
about.
That is true. I
So
did not know.
many straight guys jerk off to RuPaul. So many straight guys jerked off to RuPaul. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I never jerked off to her, but I definitely did not know it was a dude for a long fucking time. Dude, I cannot find any fucking episodes or anything of Mr. Sprinkles on fucking YouTube. It's fucking stuck.
You're welcome.
Fucking
Mr.
Susan.
Sprinkles.
Bitch.
Well, Susan is a cunt. So.
Yeah, anything good's gonna get cut out. Fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see if we can find it somewhere else. So yeah, what else is new, gaming?
Not a whole lot.
How's the show? You had AP on, didn't you, the other day? You had Adonis Paul on the other day?
She shows up every so often.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's a good friend of the show, I guess.
Yeah.
His show keeps growing, so it's very nice for him.
Yeah, right on.
Although one of his main channels just got struck down, but then he's like, let me make another one for you guys. So he's starting up a new channel. He had like 30, okay, at least. Excuse me.
Yeah, he does seem like one of those that people are gonna follow him wherever he fucking if he gets nuked on one channel, everybody's gonna follow him.
Yeah, probably.
That's it. Okay, I looks like they have it on Vimeo. I don't know how that works exactly, but damn it, how do I fucking...
Yeah, that's what they need to do because those two gifts are next to each other. Thank you, Nacho. The next time they do a Hulk movie, it should be RuPaul that plays the Hulk. You know? It's the normal, whoever that guy is they got in the movies right now, it's that guy, and then he just turns into RuPaul instead of the Incredible Hulk. That'd be fucking great.
Yeah, why not? Facebook, Twitter. What is T? What fucking thing is just the letter T for their logo?
I have no idea.
Hold on, let me click on it. Oh, Tumblr. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, well, there's your mistake. You went to Tumblr.
No, it's Vimeo, and I'm trying to share it from Vimeo, but it's only giving me Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, or email.
I mean, you could probably just put the link in, man.
Shut up.
I mean, okay. I mean, I don't want to try to make it too easy for you.
I'm being a fucking smartass, dude. Thank you. I don't know why that didn't occur to me.
Like, you're pushing the share button, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever even put that button unless I'm trying to start it at a specific time so I can save somebody time if I'm putting it up somewhere.
Come on, I just want to copy it, dude. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Oh, maybe I did it right and I just didn't.
Alright, I kind of like that. That's fucking cool.
Oh, that's the same one I already did. God damn it. I don't know why
let's all stop for a minute and watch the Discord.
Or maybe we're just winding down.
Oh, Will Smith has a YouTube channel? That's sad. Like, that's got to be, like, written and done by somebody. I sincerely doubt that's any real, like, Will Smith.
What, Will Smith on YouTube, you said?
Yeah, I doubt it's, like, stuff that he actually wants to share. It's, like, it's probably written and done by somebody who, like, runs a PR firm.
Yeah, I think it's mostly, like, him having a fucking produced birthday party for his fucking kid or, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think with celebrities, because they don't know the future of Hollywood, because everything's in flux right now.
Oh, they're like, better cover my bases and get a YouTube following?
Exactly. I mean, Brie Larson tried that, and it didn't work in her favor.
Well, because she's just not really that nice of a person.
And she's kind of boring and bland, which it's fair enough. I mean, you're an actor; it's your job to read scripts and do as you're told. So it's not that unusual that they're not entertaining enough to run a show themselves. Fair enough. I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. And I think Will Smith's probably the same way. Give him a script, he's fine. He's entertaining. Do it himself? I mean, create like. Yeah.
Go ahead and finish it. Sorry.
Yeah, actors aren't writers, so that's just something
for a reason.
Have you guys seen the thing of him where Jada, his wife, is like filming for her channel or whatever, and he gets all pissed off at her for fucking, you know, putting him in her fucking live stream? Are you serious? Like, oh yeah, dude, I'm dead serious. He literally was like, looks annoyed, and he's like, you know, my social media is my bread and butter. He said that out loud.
Oh shit!
And then was basically really pissed off that she was filming him. You know?
What a fucking idiot! Oh, how do you not know that that's a terrible look?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's lost touch with reality. You know. A long time ago. Yeah. He's surrounded by literally everybody telling him how wonderful and great everything he says and does is.
Yeah,
you know?
oh yeah.
All right, and
that is what corrupts the Hollywood stars in general, yes.
Yeah, Samaj, I found that link. It's on Vimeo, I guess, but that's the Mr. Sprinkle series by Roiland.
Oh, okay.
Again, really funny, really fucking dark and twisted, though. It's fucking great, dude. And the other one, The Unmarkables, that was another one of Roiland's that was really cool.
Right.
I put that a few farther up, yeah.
I can't say I'm surprised. Roland has done some interesting stuff in the past.
Yeah. Again, all of it is incredibly funny, but really dark and twisted, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say earlier when we were talking about Hollywood that things are in such flux because no actor knows if they're ever going to get work ever again, and not just because of people are penny pinching when it comes to budgets, but also because a lot of roles are being replaced by black actors, which is like bad if you're like Scarlett Johansson is great, very talented, but if another movie comes on and that she's perfect for the role, but they need to hire a diversity cast and someone else will take it. I mean, look at the Spider-Woman. It's a black actor. Namor, black actor. A lot of these Marvel movies are going to have black actors all over the place. They're going to race swap a whole whack of them. So that's not good for future roles. So a lot of these white actors have to find work elsewhere, and they're going to go on to YouTube, obviously. Not to mention, there's the controversy with China. And so if that blows up, then a lot of that Chinese money is going to go bye-bye. So can't count on China, can't count on Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can't count on China and Hollywood, who can you trust, dude?
Anyway, I'm gonna go crash. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Peace out.
Watch out for the giant mosquitoes. I just assume he's in Florida, so there's giant mosquitoes that'll kill you in your sleep.
I mean, probably.
That's a pretty safe bet.
Pretty reasonable thing to think, I think.
I kept saying that one of these days I'm gonna, like, depending on how things go with elections and whatnot, I'm gonna move to Florida. But I don't think I can.
Just make sure you stay out of Texas. Don't go anywhere near Texas. It's not a good plan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or if you do take refuge in Mad Metal Man's house.
What refuge? He's sabotage. He's gonna
turn you over.
There.
He'll drug you and he'll be like, have this Texas barbecue that's not drugged to make you fall asleep.
The only one I can trust in Texas, and oddly enough, it would be Opal.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
I can't trust Mad Mailman. He'll fucking stab me in the back. And by stab, I mean he'll probably introduce
California's clear. You're all good here. I mean, I don't think you want to be here because it'd be like you didn't leave Canada, but,
No. That would be a dystopian future.
You're like, no, it's the same thing I just ran away from. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I stay clear of California. That's why I kept saying I'll move to Florida, but it's like I don't think I'm able to, because like I could travel, sure, but if I want to let's say like actually move or get a place, get work or something, it doesn't seem like I can do that because Canada doesn't want you moving out of the country because the borders are closed now. So I'm kind of fucked. So we'll see. It maybe restrictions will ease up, but for right now, it's.
Yeah, I would. Maybe it'll be like 6 months to a year before they start like opening borders. I think they're going to drag the shit out of this opening up and make it take as long as it can, because every minute that something is closed, it's more money for corporations somehow.
Oh, for sure.
Doesn't make any fucking sense, but
Well, it's the competition is small businesses.
Yeah.
And so if you get rid of the small businesses, then you have to go to the big corporations.
There's nowhere else to go buy anything other than fucking Amazon. If you want something weird, it used to be you'd have to go to a local store. But now it's, it's Amazon, it's the place to go.
Yeah. So you're making all this money as a corporation. You got all your competition is gone. And so you're making mega millions, or I should say billions at this point, because you wouldn't think Jeff Bezos can get any richer and find some way to fucking double his amount he could make, which is scary as all hell. Yeah, it's funny with all that money that he could make, like the most biggest, expensive, best looking Lord of the Rings TV show ever, which is what they're trying to do. And for some reason, they just can't seem to make it work. because they're trying to turn Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
you can't just start writing somebody else's fucking world like that.
Well, okay.
Nobody else is going to be able to write a story like J.R.R. Tolkien. Nothing is going to stand even close to anything he's written.
So
even if like technically it was a really good writer and they were really true to the work, you just can't. Like it just it holds a very special place in a lot of people's hearts. It's not gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
Well, it always depends on who you get working on. I mean, Peter Jackson was pretty much ideal to get working on those movies, and it worked out really well. But what they're going to do is they're going to cover something that hasn't been done, and they're going to do the Silmarillion, or whatever that book is. I can't pronounce it right now because I'm tired. But they're doing Silmarillion. Thank you.
Silmarillion.
Yeah, so they're doing that. But they want to try and turn it into like a Game of Thrones. So they want to make it edgy with blood, guts, and sex.
So fucking dumb.
They hired, I kid you not, because it was made public. They hired a sex coordinator for all the nude scenes. So it's like.
Christ. I'll tell you what, if they're going to have all these sex and danger and nude scenes, there's got to be two things in there. There's got to be dwarves banging, and there's got to be hobbits banging at some point, where it's just not okay.
Yeah, and
you're gonna desecrate my fucking Tolkien.
Anybody that's not familiar with the Silmarillion, it's like the rest of Tolkien's books. There's no actual sex fucking mentioned, anything specific, other than people, obviously
have children and get married.
But yeah. There's no description of them actually having sex or any of that shit, dude.
Nothing close to that. By and large, he was writing for like young adults and children.
Yeah.
Like his first book, The Hobbit, was he wrote too young. He wrote it for young children, and he always kind of wanted to redo it for young adults instead, like The Lord of the Rings was.
Right.
But it's like he was definitely not writing for an adult audience, and he was not writing stuff that was supposed to be salacious and gruesome,
Yeah.
A lot of the violence is
even
not...
with all the evil shit, it's pretty wholesome, dude.
Well, a lot of the violence is more cartoonish than gory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's...
So, yeah, them just throwing in sex in just to throw it in is fucking bullshit.
Well, and also, Game of Thrones is fucking trash. I'm sorry. That guy's a terrible writer, and his show is awful.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the show, dude. Some of the characters, I should say. The actual writing and the action. It's kind of the same as I feel towards the Wheel of Time. I love the characters, but the actual shit that happens is not all that great. Like the actual action.
The story could be better, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy doesn't... The only way he can make tension is by killing characters, and it's like that's obviously you don't want to make it so like you're writing so that no character can die. That's boring. But like, if the only way you can give tension to a scene is by killing somebody, then you're missing a lot of the other things that could make the story a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a lazy fucking plot device. Well, let's just have him die here. People love him. Kill him.
And using it over and over and over throughout your whole story because it's the only one you know how to use. It's like,
Yeah. So he seems like another one that's pretty decent at like developing characters, but as far as
not good at telling a story,
sucks. Yeah. What you would think would be a fatal flaw. But
everybody loves him, dude. Good for them. Just because I don't doesn't mean nobody else can.
Yeah, I definitely started hating the last season because I didn't get into it until almost until.
Well, apparently, from what I understand, almost everybody hated the one that actually got the fucking throne in the end. Which was like the kid who could see the future.
Yeah, which is, dude, the reason it's stupid is because when he meets the three-eyed raven that he's replacing, he basically says, "No, there's no way I could ever be king anywhere." But then Bran is like, "Oh no, that's why I came back to be king."
Did you hear about that? Did hear about that fundraiser that they wanted to run to reshoot the last season of Game of Thrones? And I remember hearing like the problems didn't start and end with the final season. The problems ended started like 3 seasons ago when they stopped adapting the books. Like they did some of it, but they started going their own way.
Yeah, once they outpaced the books, that was when they got into real trouble. Once they were past where he had written the books to, it got really bad really fast.
Yeah, well, because they're just at that point they're just making shit up, and it didn't work.
Yeah, and it was very anticlimactic, dude. The whole fucking, because they actually did a decent job in the show of building up the tension, but then the conclusion was just like, really that quick? That's all.
Somebody's dryer just to end.
Character. Like Arya's got to be. Well, I don't know. Yeah, she's got to be one of my favorite characters, if not the favorite. So I'm glad she did the killing blow or whatever. But even the way she did it was kind of like, really? All right.
It was kind of out of nowhere, wasn't it?
Yeah. I definitely had an issue with. But again, I started hating the last because most people didn't really start hating it till like the last couple, 2 or 3 episodes. And I was watching like the first one, second one. I'm like, this kind of fucking sucks, dude. But everyone else seemed to be so excited about it. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm the fucking dumbass. But yeah, then the ending and all that was just like trash, dude. Just fucking bullshit.
Fun times.
Yeah, and the worst part is, again, that they literally told those guys, we'll give you as long as you want, but they wanted to go off and do, I think it was actually the Star Wars thing that they ended up getting canned from. Like, I think they were in a hurry to get to that. And then, so they're like, no, let's whip this out in 6 episodes. Sure, we could stretch it out for 2 full seasons more, but we got to get on to other things.
Yeah.
Well, I think that, they walked away from keep the stream going, pussy. Fuck you. They forgot what I was going to say there.
He'll be done barbacking soon.
Oh, is that so? Better end the stream soon then.
We gotta end the stream soon.
Dude,
when he says keep the stream going, how long are you thinking we're keeping this stream going there? Oh no.
We're going until 1 second after he joins.
Oh, it's almost 1 in the morning. No, fuck this. I'm going to bed. I'm already staggering as it is, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you stuck around for the whole show pretty much because we're probably going to cut it short sometime here quick. So, yeah, thanks for sticking around, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Take care, guys. Rabble.
Rabble.
I always have to say peace out. Anytime a Canadian leaves the stream, you got to say peace out.
Oh, how long? See, I want to know how long this guy is thinking.
Yeah, you better ask him for a specific number because it already is. It's 12 minutes to fucking 1 in the morning. So.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking tired of
that. Or 12. Right, sorry, till 12.
I've been kind of checked out for the last hour, like just completely fucking.
Yeah. I hear you, man. You want to try to keep it going, or you want to just end it?
Oh no, I'm not gonna just end it right now. We just keep going until like our regular time, unless you really gotta go right now.
No, I don't. But yeah, and again, finding out when Satan's planning on joining. I don't know if we're gonna want to go for as long as it takes for him to join. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh no, only another hour and a half." I'm like, yeah, we're not.
Yeah, okay, we're not going an hour and a half. No, that ain't happening.
Yeah, a half an hour, I would say, is pushing it even. I made the mistake of not sending him a
motivational
quote.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because the show had already started, so I just sent him a message that says, "Where you at, dog?" Like the whatever that brand was. And then he put back, it says 3 guesses and first 2 don't count. And then it says, "Don't say it's for me, just say the words. I'm going to tattoo titties on your back, fat man." That was his response to me. So I put back, okay, instant regret. I should have just copied and pasted a cheesy inspirational quote like usual. So my fault.
Two titties on that bag fat.
You know, if I annoy him with that, he usually doesn't have any comebacks. Lesson learned.
Oh man, I am on the hunt for strawberries tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have tried to get strawberries from this strawberry stand that has fucking the most amazing strawberries on the planet. And the last 2 days I've come up bust. I went there like 2 days ago, and it was so full there was nowhere to park. You literally you couldn't even get into there. And then today it was closed. And now tomorrow I'm hoping I get these fucking strawberries.
Yeah. Is it like one of the is it like where a stand that's like right outside of a strawberry field, or?
Yeah, no, they grow a whole bunch of different stuff. So strawberries is their main product. Like that's the one thing you'll find all the time. But you could also get blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, cherries, peaches, apricots, nectarines. And then they also do like onions and cabbage, asparagus, some lettuces, eggplants, watermelons. So it's a whole big produce thing. They sell all sorts of different kinds of produce, but the strawberries, like
their main seller.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're literally you know how like strawberries are kind of sour when you buy them from the store, and you're gonna add like a little bit of sugar.
Oh yeah,
Like you don't. These don't need any sugar. You don't have to add it at all. Like if you want to make strawberry shortcake, you just slice the berries and let them sit in the fridge all day, and maybe you get a little of the juice out, but you don't have to add any sugar. It just doesn't need it. Like it would be too much.
I remember you saying that, dude, because they've always been, again, like you normally just get from like just a regular supermarket, like kind of sour or kind of tart, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's why. Like, I probably mentioned this before, but I remember going to like some slightly upscale place, like a Tony Roma's or something like that.
Yeah.
But basically, they would serve this vanilla gelato, which was incredibly sweet. But they served it with sliced up strawberries. Which are not like you're describing, the regular, again, slightly tart ones or whatever. And yeah, the tartness and the sweetness, dude, just fucking kind of click together, just offset each other perfectly, dude. It was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah. It's not like the berries you get from the store don't have their place. They're all right, but the strawberries in this place are just like it's like eating dessert, just sitting down and having a handful of strawberries. You know what I mean? You throw like 4 or 5 strawberries in a bowl, depending on how big they are.
Yeah, right.
And it's like little candies that you're eating. It's so sweet. It's so good.
Yeah. No, I've had the ones like that before because when you go to Carlsbad, there's strawberry fields like literally an eighth of a mile away.
Going and getting the strawberries at the strawberry field is always great because they can grow different varieties. They just because they're not shipping them anywhere. It's such a difference. Like the varieties that this farm here grows, it is so good. But like all their produce is that good. Like their blueberries, their raspberries, their blackberries. They're all super sweet.
Yeah, dude, that reminds me. The raspberries and blackberries, where I lived in New York, that shit grew wild fucking everywhere. Like, we literally had a bunch in our backyard, like along our fence line.
Yeah.
A bunch of bushes of blackberries and fucking raspberries, so we could just literally just pick them and eat them, dude.
Yeah, we got a blackberry bush in one of the side yards on my house. And then we have thornless blackberries trained up a trellis in front of a deck in front of our house. So on our deck, you can walk out and just like grab blackberries off of the blackberry bush. And it's what do you call it? It's fresh blackberries. Right, there's no thorns to worry about. You don't get you just great blackberries. We tried to grow some blueberries and we tried to grow some raspberries. They just don't do too well around here. Those plants didn't make it no matter how much we did to keep them going.
Yeah. That reminds me, my grandmother used to make so many fucking jams and jellies out of the fucking all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah.
They'd have the raspberries, they'd have the blackberries, fucking cherries, fucking, God damn it, I was just thinking of one and I forgot.
Yeah, my mom does that.
Anyways, she would have like dozens of bottles. You know, the mason jar, or not mason jar, but you know, that glass bottles.
Was it freezer jam? Because my mom makes freezer jam all the time, where it's like, you know, different berries, whatever she can find at like the farmers markets. And so we'll always have like all these great like jellies and jams in the freezer.
Gotcha.
Like strawberry, blackberry, good mixes.
She would just seal them in you know, like a glass bottle. Like
so she would can them,
airtight thing. Yeah.
There's two ways you can do jam long term. Is you can it like you the mason jar with the lid and you boil it, or you can do freezer jam, which is a little easier on the storage side because you just make it up and then you store it in the freezer.
Right. No, she literally had like downstairs in their basement. They had a whole fucking shelf just full of all these jams and jellies and fucking jars like that.
See, I would love to do that. It's so hard to.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Get all that equipment together, and like we can't store things in this house because people don't. It's there's so much fucking useless shit all over the house that people just don't get rid of and they won't put away. So gross. Like, I have no problem with having a messy room, but like I don't think it's acceptable to keep leaving that mess outside of the room.
No, I definitely am a slob, but I will always put my dishes in the dishwasher, rinse them off, put them in the dishwasher, cups, whatever.
Oh, it's not even dishes, man. It's like boxes and stuff from Amazon that people didn't really want, but they just left it sitting on the table there.
Wow.
Yeah. Clothes and shit.
Yeah, it really sucks when you have adults, like grown adults, that can't be bothered.
So like,
pick up after themselves.
Do the 5 seconds of work to keep the main living area of the house clean, where everybody has to be able to share. Yeah,
that's the worst part. Is it doesn't take much effort. It takes very little effort.
You know, it's like nobody can break their fucking boxes down from Amazon. It takes you 2 extra seconds to cut the bottom of the box open. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I ask. Cut the bottom of the box open. I'll take all the cardboard out. I don't have a problem with that. Now, granted, you just tear the boxes apart real easy, but it's the principle of the thing. Like, you can't be bothered to take the extra 10 seconds when you bought something to turn the box over and cut the tape on the other side. That was too much extra fucking work.
Yeah. It's sickening, man. People are like that.
And that's one that I'm the only one who breaks down boxes. No one else in the fucking house will break them down. Even like cereal boxes, or like the like fucking the those boxes, potato au gratin box you get where it's like the cheese powder and the fucking freeze dried potatoes.
Yeah, it's
like we'll do those every once in a blue moon.
Looks like,
yeah. So we'll do that like every once in a blue moon, and nobody breaks those boxes down. It's like. You just open both sides of the box, and then it doesn't take up any room. And
yeah, that is incredibly easy. Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't understand why I'm the only one that fucking breaks those boxes down.
Yeah, see here, they just throw it away. It would almost be better if they just left it there, because then it can be broken down and sent to recycle or whatever.
Yeah, really.
But, yeah, they'll literally just throw it away.
Oh, well, we have a system where we have like a garbage can and a recycles can.
Gotcha.
So as long as I empty the recycles can every time it gets full, it'll keep getting filled up. Like people will put the stuff in the correct spot.
Right, but if it's totally full, then just throw it away.
Yeah. No, they don't do that. They'll dump it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of really frustrating stuff. Man, are we ever going to hear from Satan again? Like. Keep the stream going. He'll be home soon, meaning like fucking when? Because I'm about ready.
By a moment, I meant 2 hours.
Yeah. Because I'm about ready to say we should call it. I mean, it's about that time.
Yeah, Satan. So hurry your ass up, dude. Is he saying
anything in the chat? I'm gonna say like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fucking go to sleep. Like I'm so tired.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm with that.
fair enough.
Watch them show up at like 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Like, all right, I knew you wanted off, so I'm going to wait as long as possible to get on and make you fuckers stay on longer. That would be a Satan move.
Yeah, really. I love that Scarlett Johansson is mad about people sexualizing the character. It's like, have you read the fucking comic?
It's a big part of what she does.
Like, that's kind of the whole, like, half that fucking character.
Mm. Yeah, apparently in the movie they kind of they go pretty in depth on this shit, like kind of uncomfortably so. Like they talk about how like they get taken when they're really young, and then they get taken to the spot to be trained as assassins, and we surgically remove their uterus, and like wow, dude. All right, I guess it's not that surprising, but I didn't need to know that.
Yeah, you could have just said sterilize them.
Yeah, I think they did.
That actually would be a little more sinister, you know?
Right. It actually sounds worse than actually explaining what they do.
Yeah. If you just said, we take them to this camp, we sterilize them, and then we train them to be assassins. Part of that is using their body, and we don't want them to have kids, because then they might respect
life.
Yeah, might have respect for life, and you don't want that.
Yeah, it doesn't make for a good assassin, having respect for life. That's really kind of a deal breaker, actually. What the hell show was that? Damn it. Oh, I think it was, Kill Bill. Didn't they do a thing with, where she was basically, like, the other chick was coming to kill her, and she's literally like, hey, man, I just found out I was pregnant. And I'm basically...
Oh, yeah.
They did that thing. Go. Yeah. See? Just nothing but trouble.
Yep.
She could have kept on going if she hadn't gotten knocked up, dude. If she had no uterus, she would have been fine.
Or if you'd sterilized her. We don't have to clarify how.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm doing the bullshit myself. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Another one. Yeah, Uma Thurman's another one that I'm kind of like, is she really that hot?
I don't think I would know. She's got a weird face.
She does. Like her eyes are kind of like tiny and too far apart.
Yeah, she's got a real weird fishy face.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of a bird face, but yeah, I can see fishy face too.
Bird face works.
Either way. Some sort of animal.
Yeah,
Either swims or flies.
I was watching that stupid new Star Wars show, the cartoon one, the Bad Bunch. Because I was like, I'll check it out. I'm not going to pay them, and they're not going to get any of my advertising money or anything like that. So I'll take a look at that.
Yeah.
Through some other options, and just not altogether that interesting. It's very much like they just took the concept of Mandalorian and just changed the characters slightly.
Dude, I've heard, actually, now that you've mentioned that, I've actually heard that same exact complaint from a couple people. All right, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, there's a guy named Doomcock who I didn't realize the Bad Bunch was even a thing that existed until I saw his video that talked about it, and he mentioned that. And so maybe it's because I went in expecting that, or knowing that was a thing that could be used to describe it. But right. It's instead of the Mandalorian, it's a group of 5 different soldiers, but it's the same thing with a young female Jedi person, and then she softens up the soldiers. The difference is in the Mandalorian, Omegon talks and she's older, and then but really and they're all genetic defects from stormtroopers. So, you got the regular clones, and the Bad Batch are literally, 5 genetic defected clones that turned out to be extremely useful because of the defect. They just didn't get the programming, so that the programming doesn't work on them, so they're not, mentally controlled by the fucking evil empire.
Yeah, yeah.
So they get Order
That's an interesting
66, and they're
concept.
like, "Why would we kill the Jedi? That's horrible. What's wrong with you guys?" And then they're like, start to question things, and then Omegon comes along, and they're like, "Oh, she's so cute and adorable for no reason whatsoever in the plot. We'll just decide to save her and turn our backs on the Empire." Like there's literally no reason. There's no reason for any of it. Like none of it makes any sense. Like their motivation is completely lacking. But they took the basic concepts. You know, they just didn't write a good story.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the final trilogy, the one that comes after the original films, the finally the sequels to Star Wars.
Right.
It really was just a rehashing of the original movies, but without the actual hero's journey. Because, like in the original movies, like Luke goes through being like a farm boy to being a Jedi, you know, and you get to see all the stages as he works really hard and trains and constantly goes and seeks out people to teach him more. Whereas, like, you know, in the new trilogy, Rey is perfect from step one. So there's no fucking journey to watch. It's just not interesting. It doesn't draw you in.
Yeah, it's fucking all those movies. So many issues, dude. You can make a whole fucking episode about just describing.
Well, at least the first, the prequels, the ones for the Jar Jar Binks era,
right?
At least those had a genuine journey for the main characters. Like they started in one place and they actually progressed and changed throughout the movies. They weren't great, but at least they actually had like story,
a solid plot. Yeah,
real things that happened. Yeah.
The main thing I remember from all the trilogies is just the second one having way too much screen time of Anakin and fucking the princess falling in love. Like, dude, we all know this happened.
That was a little more than I needed to see. Yeah, and it got kind of cringy. Yeah, it started to get real uncomfortable watching it. And you're like, it's kind of like she's fucking a small child because his fucking character still acting like a little kid, and that's not very endearing or inducive to wanting somebody to be in a relationship. Like,
yeah, it's definitely creepy.
Well, then again, I've always wished they would find some way to actually explain that whole like the Jedi shouldn't have relationships or be in love. It's like fucking dumb.
And what kind of life is that?
How does that make you a better person? Really? I mean, how is that balanced in any way?
Yeah, man. How are you gonna have a fulfilling life if you can't plunge your fucking lightsaber into a chick now and then?
Well, and you can't get angry. It's just such an unbalanced, unreal. Personally, I side with the dark side.
Oh yeah, no, I actually, I think I'd seen it before, but I actually watched that video the other day that was saying like, hey, the Empire was actually right. They were the ones that were actually. Their methods might have been kind of fucked up at times, but...
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, had they won, there still would have been peace.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way.
Personally, I mean, I side with the dark side of the Force, but as far as, like, the Empire versus the Republic, I think they're both assholes.
Yeah. But I think the guy's point was basically, but at least they're trying to bring stability, order and stability, even if it's in a fucking really heavy-handed way.
Yeah.
And the rebels are just like, we're just gonna attack everywhere. Fuck you.
Well, I mean,
that's what I think.
Most of the people in the universe probably just wanted to fucking like do their thing.
Right.
Like Luke's aunt and uncle that raised him. His Uncle Owen and Aunt whatever.
Right.
Like they just wanted to fucking hang out on their moisture farm and fucking run their farm. Like that was what they wanted to do. They didn't want to fucking hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just wanted to be left alone. Yeah.
And they were keeping Luke far away from any of the conflict, so he shouldn't have been involved in any of it had they not, come after those two, like if the Empire hadn't gone out and murdered them. Which, if you think about it, it's kind of fucked up that the guy goes and kills his fucking brother and his sister-in-law to try to kill his own kid.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I like how he didn't change his name, dude. That's been pointed out by, I think I've heard it on like comedy sketches, but they didn't bother to change his name from Luke Skywalker.
Well, Darth Vader was Darth Vader at that point, not Anakin Skywalker.
But I mean,
Plus,
they're kind of hiding him out on Tatooine, right?
You're not just hiding somewhere on the planet. You're hiding somewhere in the galaxy. So they're in some little out of the way, hardly traveled planet. It's kind of like halfway not even really part of the fucking Empire anyway. It's kind of like mostly owned and run by this gambling consortium.
Yeah, the Outer Rim.
Yeah,
the Outer Rim territory.
So they're out of the way to start with, and then to top that off, they're way the fuck out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a desert, farming moisture. You know, I mean, yeah Luke Skywalker. I doubt anybody would have ever connected the two, because they're like, why would this random ass fucking farm kid from the middle of nowhere actually be related to the right-hand man of the Empire of the whole fucking galaxy? You know, like...
Yeah, it still seems like a prudent thing to just change his name to something else.
Yeah, you would think. You would fucking think.
As unlikely as all that.
I'm trying to give the devil's advocate here. There's not a whole lot of real argument there. That's just the best I could come up with. No, really, he should have changed his fucking name. Yeah. Like
it probably wouldn't have caused any issues, but
nah.
You want to be on the safe side. Just change the kid's fucking name.
Like Uncle Owen, his real name was Owen. He should have been like, I'm just gonna go by Dan from now on. Like,
right.
Just call me Dan, and like, you're not my, we're gonna call you Cindy, and then that's just that. Like, it's like, no, we're not calling him Luke Skywalker, you dumb twat.
Yeah.
The name is John Smith. Yeah, that whole thing was pretty nutty. Well, then again, didn't he not know that his children had survived to start with, or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Like at the end of the 3 movies, it kind of looked like they'd set it up so that, yeah, his 2 children survived, and eventually he figured it out. But at first he didn't even know they were still alive. They'd been hidden so well by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're gonna call it a day, man. We've run a little bit over, and I honestly, Satan, I'd love to keep going, but man, I gotta fucking go pass out.
Yeah, I'm pretty wiped out myself, man. So yeah. Sorry, brother. Get here on time, dude. Quit working like an asshole. Having a job. All right, but yeah, anybody that stuck around,